to you, baby girl. How do I look in my do-rag? Would you tell me the truth? Stay with me and love me through.
It won't ever get old, I don't feel like.
It won't.
Dude, that was a good idea of an intro. I like that.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Cloak and Stagger for another edition of I'm Not Scrying, You're Scrying. That's perfect. Hope you are all having a wonderful week and had a great Turkey Day. Great Thanksgiving.
Oh, gobble.
How was your Thanksgiving, Matt?
It was good. We did a real early Thanksgiving on Sunday with my family, and then had my wife's family over yesterday. You know, turkey, ham, some sweet potato casserole, some candied yams. It's good. Good. And football.
I don't want to talk about football.
Football.
Yeah,
Football can eat my ass this week.
Yeah.
You want to hear me fired up about a topic? Let's talk about that. But we won't. We're not gonna, because I don't want to get fired up about it. I'll throw something. How was your Thanksgiving, Jamie?
Oh, I made that tweet earlier about yelling. This is pretty accurate.
That was accurate?
Yeah, because there was it started off with a little bit of the angry yelling at the start when we got on the topic of transgender rights, and then it ended on the happy yelling when everybody in the house was playing Jackbox.TV party games.
See, that's mending wounds. Jackbox is out here repairing family cracks in family ties.
Bring people together. How was yours?
Mine was good. We did the non-traditional Thanksgiving thing. I had
KFC.
Not that untraditional.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's more traditional. That's more of a Christmas thing, especially is it Japan? I think it is.
Right.
Japan. They do KFC for Christmas. Like that's their thing.
It's a thing. Yeah.
But because chicken's still a bird, like a turkey. We grilled steaks.
Okay.
And but we still did like the other shit, like the green bean casserole and the mashed potatoes and the stuffing and pumpkin pie, all that stuff.
Steaks are getting fucking expensive.
Yes, they are. I bought 5 ribeyes, and then
That's
just
$100.
the marinade to go with it. Yeah, it was $98.
Yeah.
$98.
For
Yep.
5 steaks and the marinade.
That sounds right.
I guess we're holding off on steak for a while then, right? Is that what we're doing?
Shit.
Uh,
I'll go
call it
broke.
inflation.
Give me a steak.
yeah.
Get yourself a steak burger from, one of them fancy burger joints.
Take and shake.
They shut ours
Nothing
down,
more
man. Now we've just got Freddy's, and we went there a couple weeks ago. Me and Kira did, and it was not great.
Hey, hold on. Hey, did you get your cheese fries?
What do I get? No.
So they like, I don't know if they have a vat of cheese and just this massive spoon, but they dump that shit all over them. Like, it's still the string fries, but they just baste that shit like 3 times.
But like their main thing, the burgers, they were
burgers
they
are
were
ass.
ass, dude.
That bad is bad.
And like I don't know. Let's see. Okay, perfect example here. So this top here is the bun. All right, this is the buns on both sides.
Uh-huh.
Then they had the steak burger or whatever that was meat, but then it had this like, you know how sometimes when you get a steak burger, there's that little edge of like kind of like cooked crust almost around it.
Yeah, like that char.
It's like a char, and it's like
Yeah.
real thin, real
Yeah.
brittle that kind of sticks
Yeah.
off of it. It was sticking off of it like that. There was like that much brittle on it.
Oh, brittle.
I had to
that
break-
tastes good. That was a good part, right?
No, I had
Brittle?
to snap. I tried, dude, but it's like I had to snap that shit
That's
off,
just
dude.
burned. That's
It was
Not
just
like
yeah, it was just
caramelized.
it was not good. And then the burger itself is just, I don't know, it was trash. Absolutely
Kim
Steak's
trash.
fucking
expensive.
loves Freddy's because I got that black bean burger or whatever it is, a veggie burger, I think they call it.
Will not be going back.
Mm. Well,
You're watching
not
Freddy.
sponsoring us.
You're watching Freddy. Don't even fucking bother sponsoring us.
The Freddy is watching right now.
I don't want
But-
your dirty, crusty money, dude.
But Mr. or Mrs. Whataburger, please sign us up.
If you're out
I
there,
never had that, man. Is it that good, really?
It really is
it
that
really
good.
is. And we're getting 2 of them next year.
Oh shit. Well,
Here, let me-
I'll find out.
uh,
Maybe.
You know where
Fine.
the O'Charlie's was on Germantown Parkway, Jamie?
Yeah.
That's where it's going.
Really? Wow.
Mhm.
How do you? Wait, next year? How the fuck did you find out about that?
They posted about it. There's gonna be one in South Haven, and then
a Whataburger Twitter? Hold up.
yeah, dude.
So,
There's one in South
so to-
Haven and 2 in Memphis.
So to give you a sense, the Whataburger app released
Rip
a
O'Charlie's.
couple years ago, right? I don't know if that's going to come across in the camera. 284 visits logged on my app.
Wow.
I've earned 62 free rewards at Whataburger because
right.
of my frequentness.
Damn right.
Yeah, I may have found the wrong tweet. I found a Whataburger tweet that says Whataburger Mem, you're getting some serious support over there in Memphis, but the tweet was made August 22nd, 2012.
That's all.
So they've been like dancing around it and teasing it for literally years, and I would always see it and be like, it's happening. It's finally happening. Oh my god. And then nothing happens. This time is different. This time it is confirmed. Like they have it's as official it can possibly be without them putting the sign up yet.
Yeah.
And
I'm happy for you guys.
And just a few weeks ago, they had a Whataburger food truck in South Haven.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Food truck. Damn.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
dope.
apparently they like blew up, dude.
Yeah. Best fries.
Give me
Yeah,
the
Whataburger's
those
dope.
fat bastards getting excited. They're bringing fast food here. Fast food's coming. God. I can't make that argument. I get roasted immediately because I have clear reasons. but-
Dude, no.
That's
It's-
24 hour.
Yeah, in 24 hours, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I can't
Dude,
wait.
Drunk taquitos. Mm.
Yeah, the taquitos are pretty fire.
Mm.
I'm just thinking
Can't
about it
comment.
right now. But anyways, yeah, Thanksgiving, we did the steaks. Steaks are expensive. Everything sucks right now. I'm just trying to make the best of it.
Did y'all get a bunch of leftovers?
Dude,
did.
we We ate like fucking everything. We pigged
Oh, wow.
the fuck out yesterday. For the first time in my life, I have no Thanksgiving leftovers, bro. None.
Yep.
Dude, normally this is the first year actually I don't have any leftovers. We may have had some biscuits, but somebody who was very insistent that they knew what they were doing burned the ever-living piss out of them.
I'm gonna guess they didn't know what they were doing.
I'm gonna guess that person's in our chat right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna name names or anything, you know, just, you know, but I had made a recommendation that was heavily accurate, and it was ignored, and you know, and result is no badass Red Lobster butter garlic biscuits. So what are you gonna do?
Some cheddar biscuits are so good.
Yes, they are.
That cheddar biscuit mix actually makes a really nice waffle.
You know how good the cheddar biscuits are is like, at least for me. Last time we tried to go to Red Lobster, we walked in and it was obviously very overcrowded and understaffed, and they told us the wait was going to be like an hour and 15 minutes, and I stopped to consider it.
Hour 15. Damn, that might be fucking worth it. Hold on.
we
That's some love
ultimately
right there.
we ultimately did not. We went to Casa Mexicana instead, which is always delicious. And then while we were paying the check, Red Lobster sent me the text telling us our table's ready. We should have gone and got cheddar biscuits. Damn, what was I
They
thinking?
just popped in real quick, got some free biscuits and water.
Missed
Style Boss,
opportunity.
the stuffing is the ultimate side for Thanksgiving. So lightning round, what's the ultimate Thanksgiving side?
Ooh.
On the Thanksgiving side?
Yeah.
Anything cheese and potato related.
I was gonna
for
say
me.
mac and cheese if it's done right. Give me that mac and cheese all day.
It's surprisingly tough to make like just bomb ass mac and cheese.
It is.
My sister made some good mac and cheese for yesterday, but it was like, I like to describe it as when I have a food and I put it and I eat it and it's like, it slaps you across the face. I like to say it's powerful. Like, so I ate her mac and cheese, and the cheese she put in it was just like, it smacked the living crap out of you, dude.
It was like
I
a
made a
mac and
comment
cheese stand.
Yeah, like a mac and cheese stand came out of nowhere, gave me a sock across the jaw. Like,
Platinum cheese.
My sister was like, "Oh, do you not like it?" I was like, "No, I'm just saying it's powerful."
What would Platinum Cheese's pose be, Jamie? If it came out, is it like?
Oh, dude, that's easy because you know its head's like a halfway noodle, so it'd be something like doing one of these across
under the half shell.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's fair.
easy mac and cheese stand. Talking about
His
JoJo.
power-
If anyone doesn't know, that's anime references happening right now.
That's the next, I think, anime in my list. I just wrapped up My Hero Academia.
It gets real weird.
All right.
It gets real weird. So just be prepared for that. I mean, I bet Platinum Cheese would probably make the best macaroni pictures. I think. Richard Ross, what's on the menu? We got some stuff to talk about tonight.
Mac and cheese on the menu. Steak was on the menu. Whataburger. Burgers were on the menu. A lot of food.
It was a JoJo reference, Sal. Yes.
So. Oh God, the light of God. That we actually get our topics from God himself, and this is me looking at the tablet that it gets sent on.
Is that true?
The Lord's tablet.
You see this light? Yes.
Oh, it's very bright.
Jesus.
I can see it beaming on your face.
It really
It's brighter
is.
than my light. My light's beaming on my face.
This thing is bright.
I don't think that's Kool-Aid, Richard. I don't think it's Kool-Aid.
Franzia, White Zinfandel.
White Zinfandel.
I've heard you got it on tap right next to you.
That's some fancy shit you got going on.
Dude, don't hate the nozzle.
I got my own spigot over here.
So we're gonna
What's
talk
the knob?
a little bit about today, Black Friday, and I guess just what's its place in the world these days. We're gonna discuss a little bit about Arcane. We talked about it a little bit last week, but some losers hadn't watched it yet, and it's my understanding that's been rectified. Talk a little bit about Xbox CEO calling for legal emulation of some older generation games, and some cash cow bullshittery happening in the video game industry, notably Skyrim, GTA 5, these remakes that are going on for literally 10 years and multiple generations worth of consoles. We're just going to discuss them, maybe rant about them.
We might not get to all of them if we just hammer in on one thing and start screaming about it for an hour and a half. You know, we'll see.
And Richard, financial advice. This is financial advice.
Wait.
Put your money in beef futures.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of.
There you go.
Dude, beef's gotta be making money right now if it's getting more rare, right?
Yeah.
This. you got a special background right now.
Beef. Yeah. This is financial advice though. Fuck that warning at the bottom.
Mm-mm.
Beef and coffee futures.
Mm-mm. No.
Put your money all in.
You take however you want to take his word. Go for it. That's all I can say.
Don't.
All in.
Oh, we're boned.
I want to talk about that Black Friday stuff because we got opinions on that, right?
How you feel about it, Jamie?
I have many opinions on it. I'm more curious to see what you guys think first.
So I mean, it was pretty scattered, right? And like, who was open, who was closed. Walmart was closed this year.
Mhm.
Well, it was closed for Thanksgiving. They're obviously open Black Friday. They all opened at 5 a.m. Some stores are still doing the open late on Thanksgiving thing, and then leading into Black Friday.
5 a.m. or something.
Yeah, like, so GameStop was a opened on Thanksgiving retailer, which I think is horseshit. Like, there's zero reason to be open on Thanksgiving these days. We have the internet. No need for a store to be open. People can buy that shit online. And inventory is already so limited with supply chain bullshit. Just have it online. Let people buy it there. No reason to be open on Thanksgiving for any retailer whatsoever. Black Friday, I think there's been a nice change in the last, I don't know, probably 4, maybe 5 years, where it's been like Black Friday month. Like, November hits and they're like, Black Friday starts now, early doorbusters, fucking 2 weeks out. And then Black Friday is like not that big a deal. Like, I went and got some Whataburger earlier today, drove by a GameStop, drove by Walmart. Didn't look bad. And I don't know, I'm not like in the retail space now, but I feel like Black Friday's lost a little bit of the hype.
Probably. We're gonna get the Cyber Monday and then the month-long stuff going on anyhow. A lot of digital places are open 24/7, right? And so why not throw a deal for a week-long Black Friday event so that way the deals just keep on rolling. But more curiously, we're talking just brick and mortar stores and being open on Thanksgiving or Black Friday. Moose, how do you feel about that?
This man's about to give a sermon.
I want to hear it. I may have a slightly alternative take, but I want to hear this first.
If you're a store that opens up your doors on Thanksgiving, just to get this out of the way. If you open your doors on Thanksgiving, you can fucking burn in hell. Burn in hell. It is goddamn pointless, okay?
So hardcore.
Continuing to Black Friday. While the hype level around Black Friday has died off in the last couple years, I don't think that has anything. Well, I don't think that has everything to do with the desire for that or the hype building from these companies, these brick and mortar stores around that. I think it's mostly around supply chain issues, first off. So I have noticed this year, at least at the big box stores that I have been around in the past day or so, there was a much lower turnout in like the super early, like people waiting outside for the doors to unlock. Doorbuster bullshit. But I think that is only because there's no fucking PS5s. There's no graphics cards. There's nothing to offer anybody that would be worth waiting that amount of time for anyway. So I personally have seen, it's like, oh, well, okay, I can see the board meeting right now. Guys, we don't have any PS5s or Xboxes. We don't have any graphics cards anywhere. We can't get them. Everything else is completely sold out. So you know what? Let's send 37 truckloads of $50 32-inch TVs and Razer keyboards. And you know, that's what'll get them in the store. And you know what we should do? We should fill all the walkways and the aisles with them and make sure that if you have to take one. You have to take one to get further in the store. It
Where's
is
your TV? No, go back to the checkpoint.
Yeah, exactly. So I think if you have the product there, if they, in this capitalist society that we live in right now, if there is money to be made there, they will, the corporations will jump all over it. And even though there's not all of this even though there's not product for it, that hasn't stopped a lot of these companies from still treating it as though it's going to be this apocalyptic level of traffic coming in and out of the store. And granted, when I was at Best Buy earlier today, in the afternoon, it had picked up. It was pretty busy, but no busier than like a really busy Saturday, right?
Right.
At the location that I went to. But that didn't stop them from having people work till 2, 3, 4 a.m. Weeks leading up to this, sending nonstop like literally just, I mean, third world country level fucking working conditions with, you know, I've seen so many people fucking quit over the working conditions. And yes, like a lot of times they'll pay you a little more, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. And ultimately, I think the whole Black Friday thing it's just marketing media fucking hype to try and push more shit out the door and put more stress. It ends up putting more stress on the employees, and it's just bullshit. Abolish it. Stop going out on Black Friday. Buy your shit online. Get out of my fucking face.
I actually agree with all that. Like in our current society and the way things currently work, that is 100% accurate. But I'm going to let me drop a perfect world take here. This is the world I'd want if we could have it.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving Day even, or Black Friday, there are truly some people out there that want to work more, that want more money, regardless of a family event, or maybe they don't have a family event to go to or whatever. I work with older dudes right now. Like, you know how COVID schedules for most people is like, maybe you're there a couple days a week, maybe they're 1 day a week, maybe you're back to 5 days a week, whatever. My schedule is 3 days a week right now, and there's still some older dudes on my team that are like, oh, I can't wait to get back to 5 days a week so we can be back in the office. And I don't fucking know why or how, or they feel that way, but they do. So I would actually be okay with the idea of, if you want to be open on Thanksgiving, fine. Black Friday, fine. However, if you do, I think you should poll your employees to see how much staff you would have first off in the weeks or months leading up. And then once you have that number, I think at that point, you forego the whole be polite to the customer, accommodate the customer. If something's not in stock, if they're upset, fondle the customer's balls to make them feel better. No. Everybody knows Black Friday is a dark day. I've been a part of a few of them. Moose has been a part of almost all of them. Fucking, I'm sure at some point, Red, you've had the experience of enjoying a few.
Yeah.
Blur's in the chat, and he's been part of them.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Yeah, and yeah, that's right. Blurred also. Same environment. So at that point, I think if someone wants to work that day and a store wants to be open, find out how many people you have, and if you have an adequate amount, doesn't even have to be a ton. There's gonna be a ton of people, doesn't be a ton of employees. However, give them the power to treat the customer.
Oh, that's
equals.
right. Give employees power. I love that. I love that.
That's
Just wait.
perfect world. Perfect world scenario.
Let's unleash even more of the anti-union e-learning trainings. Let's get that going back again.
I want the Wendy's Twitter team working inside the stores that day.
I know, even just by saying that word, I've now been put on a watch list. Somebody's listening to me right now. I'm gonna get an email, I'm sure.
What's that restaurant? Is it Dick's?
Dick's Last Resort.
Yeah, where the whole gimmick of the restaurant is that they're assholes to their people. Just like, let that be.
They give you a hat. Dude,
Yeah,
we went, they just like,
Yeah.
the lady came up with the silver, she just fucking baseball tossed that shit onto the table and walked off.
Yeah, that. Right? Somebody puts your fucking, your PS4, 5 games in a bag and then just launches it at the exit door and says, go get them. Bye.
They gave me a hat that said, this dude's a caveman, and they just drew an arrow to my eyebrows because they were close together.
It's not even a good one.
Now, they got another one of our friends good. He was actually butthurt when we left.
Yeah, he actually got
He was
upset
upset.
about that.
The whole point.
It is the point. It is the point.
I know the fucking point, and he did too, but I guess it was just a soft spot.
It just hit. Like, if there was like the one thing that they could have like roasted that would have gotten to it, like that was the one
They got
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Just
So
press the
I don't know
button.
if that person deserves a raise or
I mean, yeah, job well, right? Mission accomplished. Hang the banner.
yeah, yours did say that.
But yeah, I mean, volunteer basis, I think that makes sense. But
logistically, it would be too difficult because
yeah.
generally in my experience, in any given location, you might have 4 or 5 people that would feel that way.
Feel like upset at the Dick's treatment?
No, would feel
No.
open to like, well, yeah, I'll come out. I got shit going on for
I'll
Thanksgiving.
get holiday
Yeah,
pay,
yeah.
or I hate my family, whatever it is.
Oh, like
Right.
to go shopping.
No, to
No,
work.
to volunteer to work.
Actually, I'm sorry. I lost track. My cat just leaped into my fucking lap, so I was out for like less than 10 seconds. Okay, so to actually work. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I agree.
And again, like they'll never give that much control to the workforce.
When they realized that would make the work, I think the workforce should be. If you had that, if your Thanksgiving for whatever reason your parents were busy and Kira had something she had to do, you were all alone for Thanksgiving, and you were said, hey, if you don't work this Black Friday, we'll give you time and a half, and if the customer's a dick, you can give them the bird and tell them to leave. Would you accept that? You're actually thinking about it. It's not an immediate no.
No,
That's
I'm
the point.
thinking about how I want to say no to that. Because
Well,
I feel
however you want that won't get you in super trouble. Like, hey, I hope your kids die. You can't like go hardcore.
no, I wouldn't. Give me my day off, my time away from work. Give that to me, and don't fucking attach strings to it too. That's the other thing that fucking. Oh God, it pisses me off.
Rings.
Oh, you guys are gonna be off an extra day this week for Thanksgiving. Let's wring all the extra little pennies and gold coins out of your pockets that we can get out of you, little worker boy. You're gonna work an extra 2 to 3 hours every day to make up for that fucking holiday you're getting. Go fuck
they
yourself,
do that?
dude.
They schedule you more because you had off days?
Yes. Or
That has to be like a services thing. That's
or-
not an in-store brick retail employee thing, right?
No, they just are expected to work constantly. It's worse for them. So it's you can either work an extra day and Thanksgiving be your other day off, or you can work longer hours throughout the rest of the week. Go fuck yourself with that. Take that idea and stick it so far up your ass.
That's weird. I didn't know they actually did that.
They do it for Christmas. They do it for Christmas too. Yeah, Merry fucking Christmas. Work this extra day. Fucking wage slave. Eat my ass.
still in that retail life, that's some strong ass opinions. You would have the best take on this for absolutely. You're in the thick of it. You're in the middle.
I mean,
Fortunately,
don't get me
have to worry
wrong.
about that.
I'm grateful to have a job. I am grateful to have a job.
Even that's held over your head
and-
though in some of these
And
instances.
a lot of times, yes, it is held over my head. I am grateful for it. I've got a good paying job. I've got good benefits, which is a whole nother thing I don't think we're gonna need to get into tonight about tying fucking all your
capitalist
health care
handcuffs.
and to your
Tying your
fucking job.
livelihood, yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. But that's the reality we live in. So I am grateful for that. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Jesus or Satan or whoever, right? But I'm flustered at this point. It's all bullshit. The retail world during the holidays is an absolute hellhole. Actually, it's like 3 holes into the hellhole because the rest of the year is just the regular hellhole. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got.
What I think is nice though, well, I don't know that it's nice, but I feel like, again, because I think on the consumer side, the hype around Black Friday is dying down. And
There's tons of people still do it though, yeah.
I think a lot. It's nowhere near. My perception is it's not what it was, and I think we've seen corporations lean into that with these extended early Black Fridays that happened 2 weeks earlier, right? And then like Black Friday, the Friday deals go the entire week of Black Friday. I'm wondering if it's going to continue to sort of like disperse and dilute over the holiday season.
One can only hope.
Years? It absolutely will. If you, like you said, people are wising up to that stuff. There's so much pushback on social media now saying Black Friday is fucked and all that. There's no way it can stay active and a company look all right? So that's going to start transitioning out of that.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the alternative of Amazon, right? Like for whatever Walmart deal or GameStop deal or, whatever retail deal you're looking for, like people are like, well, fucking, is it on Amazon?
And Amazon's striking now, isn't it? The workers?
I mean, they should, but that's on them. But like, you go look on Amazon, if it's the same price or $10-$20 more, is it worth me getting in my car, waiting outside a store till 5 a.m. and fighting some grandma over getting this for $10 cheaper? Probably not, right?
And then the other side of that is you've got to break the general populace's, like, the hooks are in their mind of Black Friday, go to store, fist fight everybody at the front of the store,
right?
Gladiator style.
I remember a long time ago they said it was at one of a Best Buy meeting I was at. This was like in 2000, I don't know, 2010, 2008. I don't remember. Either way, they were saying that they have statistics. They have somehow found out the statistics of the type of shoppers that come in, and there are a large portion that do all of their technology crazy BS shopping on Black Friday. Like that's their day. Or like Black Friday is like the day with the profits they make there is like, I don't know, a quarter of their earnings for that entire
it's more.
year.
It's closer
Like
to 50%.
crazy numbers.
Yeah, it's closer to 50% from Black Friday to Christmas. So about a month. That 1 month is most retailers 30 to 50% of their annual revenue.
That's insane. That is super insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's an ultra important time, which creates this sort of, I don't know, like negative arms race, right? Where it's like, well, I can't be the first to back down from Black Friday because I can't risk losing, the part of the year
5% of my year,
right?
Yeah,
right. Because I wanted to be more humane to people, to both consumers and employees.
I gotta get that dollar. I got all the dollars.
Yeah, and I think the natural innovation there, right, is that other retailers just get as good as Amazon and e-commerce. Like Walmart's online experience is shit. Their website is shit. Buying something off their website is terrible. But if they get as good as Amazon, and like it's insane. Like Walmart has such a great opportunity because they have distribution centers all over the country. way more than Amazon could ever possibly hope to have. And they
mean-
have all the logistics already in place. They have all the trucks and warehouses. Like, they could, if they wanted to, really push against Amazon if they had a good e-commerce experience.
To be
Because they have a much better.
fair-
To be fair,
The shopping experience in store of Walmart is not so different either.
There's a reason why there's a People of Walmart webpage.
Wow.
Right?
my Walmart's full robo checkout now. There's no employer checkout.
Yeah.
You can only self checkout in my Walmart now.
Is that what it's called? People of Walmart?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, fuck those workers, bro. We don't need them.
I mean, more automation's gonna come, right? Like, we're gonna see that in fast food next.
Yep.
Hey, just real quick, go to peopleofwalmart.com's first two pictures immediately. The
Okay.
first one, the second one made me laugh.
Walmart. Is it peopleofwalmart.com?
Yeah, that's it. Just peopleofwalmart.com.
All right. Got Hank Hill and some high heel boots,
The second one, dude.
and then kid standing on his mama's ass.
What about that ass,
my
though?
God.
I mean, for all we know, that's a picture of fucking what's that dude in Kim Kardashian.
I have no idea.
What the fuck, dude? Wait, I wonder if I can.
Yeah,
Don't
blurred.
tell me where you can
That's what I'm
order.
talking about. I think that's
Order.
gonna be at most McDonald's or most fast food restaurants, where I don't think order taking is gonna happen by person
You think it's a
for
good
very
thing
much longer.
or a bad thing?
I don't know. It's a good or bad thing. I think it's innovation. I don't know that innovation's the right word. I think it's natural progression, right? If the technology exists, why not?
Society kind of shits on the idea of like when I think of being a fast food cook or a worker of any sort, it seems I don't know, at least here and a lot of other places, people treat those people like shit. Like
Yeah.
just absolute like they're nothing, give me what I want. I'm the king while I'm ordering my $8.99 meal. And at the same time in other countries it's not really that way too much.
No.
Like folks are a lot politer, the people and the workers and whatnot.
Americans are uniquely entitled, for sure.
I think that's a society thing. So I'd say here it would make more sense. Just like, I mean, no one should be treated like shit when they're just trying to get like, here's my first starter job or here's this emergency job I have to get. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
treated like I'm a fucking worse than garbage because people are people.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably do a whole topic on, just automation in the workforce. And, there's the, what's that? The basic life income.
Yeah, the UBI.
I've been coming up with what?
Yeah, UBI, universal basic income.
Ubi.
Of like, yeah, most things are going to go to robots and AI in probably 20 years. Like, there may not be enough jobs for people, and we're going to need a whole lot more output to support the population that we're going to have. So people are
Richard
gonna,
said, will that convenience prevent people from going to mom and pop restaurants? And I don't think so. I think there will always be.
Already
I mean,
kinda
yes,
does.
there will be people that are gonna, don't want to have any kind of interaction and just go in. Let me press the buttons to get my food. But
Right here, me, please.
I think
I
there
think
there
there's
will
just-
always
there's gonna
be
be-
a market for like going and having that, like until you have robots like in Fallout, like the little floaty butlers. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna go away.
I think it'll inherently be a different experience.
Yeah.
Right. Of like, yeah, I'm going to go through a McDonald's where I'm going to place my order on an app. A robot's going to put together my burger and hand it to me in a little tray. And then I'm going to want to go to, a mom and pop place where they're going to make a fucking awesome chicken Alfredo or something.
Right.
Can I bitch
it's
about that
nice
for a
to home
second?
cooked
I wanna
meal.
Wings.
Wings.
I want to bitch about that. You go to a restaurant. That's why I don't really go to Chili's or anything anymore. Dude, I like the queso dip. I like the chicken crispers. But you know what it is? It is literally me taking a quarter and flipping it and calling heads or tails. Because either I'm going to get the chicken crispers with a nice batter, good honey mustard,
Honey
all right.
Chipotle chicken crispers, by the way.
Those are good too. Or I'm gonna get the chicken crispers, which when I bite into it, suddenly it tastes. I'm getting this hard processed gristle, and something's weird about it. And I have to spit half of it out, and it sucks huge dick. So that it's like that at sometimes at fast food places. It's like that at restaurants.
Yeah.
Consistency is just not. It's not there. It's not there for a lot of this stuff. And if things were automated, I would at least be guaranteed, no matter what, that robot is gonna make my burger the same way every time.
Consistency. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. There is a level of convenience that comes with that. But like Matt said, I think there's always going to be at least in our lifetime. Well, I don't know. Shit's come so far just in the 35 years that I've been alive, but it just seems, I don't know, that just seems so far out to have something outside of like fast food be completely replaced. To the point of extinction of like, you know, more sit down traditional style restaurant. Maybe far in the future, but I don't think in our lifetime at least.
Yeah. I think it's a good topic to we can discuss another time of like this.
Oh, you want to move on? Is this boring for you, Red? You want to move on?
Well, not necessarily boring for me, but I mean, we're diving off from Black Friday, right? And I mean, there's a whole, I think, deep philosophical discussion to be had.
Black Friday bad. Overall view.
Black Friday bad. Don't go out and
5 a.m.
shop on Black Friday or Thanksgiving. Even more so Thanksgiving. Fucking take that. Even if you don't have family or friends that you're going to spend time with, like take that day. Take a personal day, and do something that you enjoy at the house, or you know, it doesn't have to be a choice between do I work or not work. Like. It's okay to have a personal day. What's the Parks and Rec, treat yourself. Just treat yourself for a day.
Treat yourself.
Treat it like that.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Oh God.
Is
God's
Jesus,
delivering
is
his
the
message
Lord
to
sending
me.
you another topic for us to talk about?
He's telling me the next topic.
That room just lights up bright ass white.
Thanks, Jesus. You're welcome. Oh God. So Arcane,
Good
the Netflix series
show.
based on Riot's League of Legends IP.
Horrible game.
9 episodes of cinematic just wonderfulness.
Yeah, breath of fresh air for sure.
Yeah, I had watched, I don't know it all because I don't know that all 9 episodes were released last we talked about it, but it sounds like you guys have caught up and watched it all.
I watched the entire series in the course of 2 afternoons.
Yeah,
Pretty much same. Anything that makes
Fucking
me
great.
tear up because of the story, I'm all about that. I love my heartstrings being tugged. That's when I say, oh, this is an amazing game, or oh, this is an amazing show. That's why I hype up Undertale a lot of times, and even Final Fantasy 14. But Arcane did the same exact thing. Those first few episodes, just oh God, oh, that's heavy shit. Oh,
yeah. I mean, kind of weird to bring this out how many years later from League of Legends being a thing, but holy shit, it was good. It had me considering getting back in for a minute.
And then you
but
remember how toxic
and
the
then I
fucking game
remember-
is?
I remember the game is the people and not these characters. But yeah, I thought everything about it was just excellent quality. The animation, the art style, the voice acting was fucking stellar.
Holy trifecta for anything animated.
Yeah, and Jace, who is the if you are a fan of Lucifer, he is the cop, the guy cop, the ex-husband of the main chick.
Yeah.
That guy is the voice of Jace. And he did excellent in that role, but just everything was so expressive and emotional. You could feel the communication. It just super well written. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I have anything really involved to discuss about it other than it was fucking great.
Well, so I concur with everything you said, and it doesn't need to be repeated that I think they just hit the nail on the head for every single thing. And then just like Zama said in chat, I was pretty much the same. I think I watched 6 episodes one night. Kira was out of town, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here on the couch in my underwear with popcorn and booze and just let's go until I pass out, which I did successfully, might I add. And then woke up the next day, had breakfast, and finished that thing off, dude. And it was, at no point did I feel the need to be like I think I looked down at my phone like a few times, like while it's on or whatever. But
right.
There's a lot of things like that I'll watch where I'm paying as much attention to my phone as I am the show. It's like an even split. But this, it captured my attention, which is not an easy thing to do for my ADHD ass. And it was I'm like, when's season 2? Like, I'm already like the credits just started rolling for the final episode, and I'm googling when's season 2, and they've already released the announcement. Yeah, they already released the announcement. So that's it. Just to your point with League of Legends, there were times I'm like, oh yeah, there's that character. Oh, that's Singed. Oh, okay. Like I'm noticing, even though I'm very, I am not in any way, shape, or form up to date on whatever the lore is in League of Legends. I have not played the game in years, nor do I really intend to. But the fact that they crafted this universe out of a game that was essentially herp derp, it's the equivalent of just teabagging on your friends for hours at a time, is impressive. And I mean, when you have the money to do that, like, that's great. Which begs the question, why the fuck did Blizzard not do anything with any of their IPs in this manner when they had the time, the resources, the ability, and everything to do it? You have great IPs. You have the Warcraft IP, which was fantastic before they fucking decided to drive it off of a cliff in flames. And the StarCraft universe is fantastic as well. Like, both of those are prime for doing any kind of animated series around it. And what did they do? They made the Warcraft movie, which was the biggest pile of hog shit I've ever seen in my life.
I thought it was okay.
It was okay.
I thought it was okay.
Right?
But before we get into Blizzard's missed opportunities, I want to hear from Jamie on his take on Arcane.
What about Arcane?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you already said all of it. It was badass. It's a good emotional story. It's great. It just makes me curious about Riot Games, because they just took a shotgun of content. Like, here's a mobile game. Here's a Temple Run style. Here's this animated series. Here's this other fucking mobile game. And then they just cocked it and just shot it into the world. So it's like they're just putting out all this random bullshit related to League of Legends now, which is known on the internet as the game that you have to hate yourself to play. Like, that truly is the reputation they've earned. Their biggest proprietors, like Tyler One, openly screams at the game and says it's dog shit and roasts the developers. So, and they endorse him. So it's just accepted that this game is toxic. Only join if you're ready to roll around in fucking sludge. So there's the game. And then they released this beautiful fucking plus Pixar tier fucking animation series. Okay, cool. Looks amazing. I like it. Am I more interested in League of Legends? Unfortunately, yes. Am I inclined to play it more? Maybe on a scale, we'll say 100% being yes and 0% being no. Maybe like 2% more I want to play that game. Okay, so it did its job, I guess. I want to play it more than I did before. But
I will say, Blurred mentioned Ruined King, because they released a couple of other League games just recently, like last week.
Some fighting game, or like, which one is this?
I don't know. There's two. I know Ruined King is one of them, and then there's another one. But I have it was on the same day. I have no information on these games. I want to go learn more about them to see if they're potentially worth playing. Because yeah, I want to dive more into the universe, but I don't want to.
They got a fun universe, right? It's interesting. I you know what? In the end, I want to see them tie everything back to League of Legends. I want to know why these people are ripped from their universes and put in this we being the sorcerer's fucking playground where we just I go get the other tower because I fucking feel like it, and then they go back to their own worlds. I want to know how they justify that.
Yeah.
Maybe it all tie back together in the end. Maybe they already have, and I don't know shit. I don't know. But right now, all I know is they put out a good animated series, and they're shotgunning games of every fucking genre out into the world.
It's true. It's true. I want to address the chat as I was losing my mind there about Warcraft. I want to say that as a popcorn flick, if I'm sitting down as somebody who has not spent days worth of time reading about Warcraft lore and the characters and their, legacies and all of this stuff, I mean,
you could have showed your tattoo.
Right. So, right. All the Chronicle books, I have more. Not Chronicle, that's all the Chronicle ones. I have been a huge fan of the Warcraft franchise since Warcraft 2. I was a
We've
little
jokingly
fucking
referred
kid.
to you as lore master over the years.
My whole arm is Warcraft tattooed. Like, I'm committed to this fucking franchise, okay? I'm committed to this IP. All right, so I don't say this lightly. The Warcraft movie as a popcorn flick was not the worst in the world. I love the actor. I can't think of his name. The actor from Vikings. I thought he did a pretty good job. The writing was kind of ass. They didn't really do much justice to the true story. The cookbook, Warcraft cookbook. Bam.
Hell yeah, boy.
The CG looked great, as well it should, with how good their fucking cinematics look. Like, it was very impressive visually. My gripes with it are more on the are more along the story that they chose to the way they chose to interpret or present the story. And I get that you have to make changes from book, or from one medium to another. I understand that, but they like completely changed some shit. So yeah, I just I can't. I watched it once. Cool. It was. I won't watch it again.
Yeah, and I think Bakamus mentioned, like, every CG, real CG scene that they've ever put together, 2, 3, 4 minute scene has always been so incredibly impressive. But it feels like that's sort of the limit of Blizzard's excellent storytelling capability. They can tell a really great story in about 4 minutes of a very specific event.
Yeah. Well,
and then beyond that, the ability to tie these things together, just for me, it's felt like they've always struggled to do that in a way. And like the meta story, right, has always been not soft, but maybe cliche and boring.
Yeah, definitely.
Just lack, emotional challenge.
The Legion announcement cinematic with Varian in the airship when they're fucking flying up to the north, or to the Broken Shore. I'm sorry, when they're flying to the Broken Shore, that was incredible. And he's down, like, sinking in the water, and then he comes up and fucking splits the blades open and just starts fucking that was badass. And I'm saying that as a Horde person.
Yeah.
Horde for life, bros. Horde for life. And then not immediately, but followed up with the announcement trailer for Battle for Azeroth, which still to this day, if I give it a month or two and I go back and watch it, still gives me fucking goosebumps.
Yeah.
Still, I get goosebumps right now just thinking about it. That is a bad. But yes, outside of their little short form content and the like literature and books, they cannot piece together a story, which is not easy in an MMO anyway. I get that, but it's just even the direction they take it. Like,
They got lazy, dude.
who gives a whole like a single shit about the jailer? Show me somebody who's like, wow, that's a great villain, guys. You guys did it. Here's your trophy.
Their Thanos ripoff.
Right.
The cutscenes they got now in game, like y'all played Shadow. No, it's not Shadowbringers. Fuck, I'm talking Final Fantasy. Shadowlands. Y'all played Shadowlands a lot. Do you know those little in-game cutscenes they do when something serious is going on? Like they don't even add unique animations for the characters and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like when dude, I don't remember his fucking name. Who's the new Lich King right now? What's his name again?
Bolvar.
Bolvar.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So say Bolvar's like holding someone by the neck and talking to him, and his line is like, we won't suffer your fate any longer. You'll be dealt with. And his mouth is going
Yeah.
the whole fucking time.
Lazy, dude.
They put
Lazy.
no effort into that shit, man, and they got the money and they got the time. Why not hype it up? Unlike Final Fantasy 14, which does it every time.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna make a background for you this week.
Yeah. Yeah, the Final Fantasy just have a cat boy just in the background.
Every cutscene, every insignificant cutscene is just so detailed. Animations that don't even happen in the game on this tiny little cutscene about this poor orphan that lost her parents. Sure, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
But I mean, that's the thing, right? Like when Blizzard tries in the CG stuff, it's excellent. Outside of that, it's
Yeah, it is. It
typically
really is.
horseshit. Yeah. Which I'm curious because I remember they announced the Diablo Netflix series, I think 2 BlizzCons ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that shit up. Hold
Yeah,
on.
look it up. Make sure I'm not matter of facting like a Bakamus in the chat.
Damn, hard call out. Holy shit.
But I seem to recall that, which
First thing that pops up is what happened to the Overwatch and Diablo Netflix series. As soon as I type that in, very first link.
Which
Is it
I'll do a
canceled
little bit
now?
of reading.
before it gets too far buried in the chat, Blurred, I can appreciate that take with Infinity War. That is the perfect encapsulation of like how I feel, because I have not read those comics, so I don't know what the original authors, what the original creators, put out. And so when you make those changes going over to film, there's a lot of things that have to be cut out or lost in translation or changed for one reason or another to fit what they've already done going into that. Like, yeah, like as a movie, as a popcorn flick, it's enjoyable. But anything deeper than that is that's not it. It's not it. Because for me, I enjoyed the fuck out of Infinity War and Endgame. Still has some of my like most memorable like movie cinematic moments from those two movies. So yeah, I get that. Which we're gonna talk about, I think, at some point. Probably not tonight, but kind of superhero burnout, because I am definitely feeling that right now. Like every movie that comes out's a fucking remake or a superhero movie. But
As of February 2020, it was still talking about it. There was a few little tidbits and secrets found about copyrights and trademarks being filed for certain things, but ever since then, it's a secret project, still in the works as far as I know for Netflix, like you said. But
well, there was
Overwatch
a
and Diablo
person who was
just
announced
quiet.
as like a head writer, and
For
that
what?
person
What are we talking about?
for Diablo.
Oh yeah.
There was Diablo and something else that they were gonna make a Netflix series out of. But there was somebody who tweeted out like, I guess I can announce now that I'm the head writer for the Diablo Netflix project, which is freaking awesome, something like that. But yeah, I mean, it was like a year and a half ago, and there hasn't been anything since.
Yeah, Blizzard does need to shut the fuck up right now, especially with coming out and throwing their support behind Bobby Kotick.
Such a weird situation too, because look, after the whole Kyle Rittenhouse fiasco, I will say that I'm a little more skeptical on news as far as that goes. But as far as I know, Bobby Kotick, he's been accused of a lot of shit lately, right? Like I haven't really kept up with that at all, but y'all.
I mean,
I just know that he was accused of being aware of.
It all revolves around the
shit,
same
right?
Stuff. You know, he's just a real rascal. You know, just a true
rascal,
just a true rapscallion.
I mean, without getting ourselves at risk for libel suits, I think it's clear to say he's probably a pretty shitty guy, right? Without making any direct accusations for that.
He's got dark secrets, man. I'm sure he's
probably pretty shitty.
Dude, I bet he's had people killed. You don't have that much money without being able to kill somebody.
That is an accusation.
He may or may not have. Holy fuck.
Yeah, he may or may, dude. I mean, he's got the resources.
All right, so tell me, who? You know what? Educate me, because I don't feel like Googling it right now. Bobby Kotick, was he the president of Activision? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, and then he took over Blizzard?
Correct.
Can we say that's why the game sucks bones right now?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah. So J. Allen Brack, who became president of Blizzard, was an Activision employee prior to taking Blizzard over.
He's a corporate puppet installed at the top of.
And much of Blizzard's senior leadership and up now are Activision people who have been pushed over to Blizzard to Activisionize Blizzard, which is to templatize games and push content out as frequently as possible in the effort to
so naive.
Maximize revenue for minimum development investment.
And make sure to sprinkle them little microtransactions in there.
Yeah.
Just get them all in there.
It's the exact opposite of the old Blizzard, right? Where Blizzard was like, it'll be done when it's done, right? Once it's at the quality we like, 10 years to make the game, whatever it takes, when it's done, it's done. Activision's philosophy is the exact opposite of, if we can push out a reskinned version every 6 months, let's do that.
Which, another topic, which is exactly why you should not fucking pre-order games. Stop it.
Is that the next one?
No, not tonight. I think that's for next week.
Don't pre-order.
Fucking stop. Don't pre-order. Spoiler alert for one of our conversations later. Just don't.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Dude, GameStop forces that stuff still, don't they? Meet them quotas.
I have no idea.
Sell the pre-order.
It's not. I mean, not even that. It's the people that are making the games that have that decision.
Well, no, there was a salesperson decision within, not a salesperson decision, but there was a quota at GameStop of if you didn't hit certain enough, you were gonna get fired.
I'm saying to even make a game available for hey, this thing is good to go. Fucking gonna come out in 4 months. Get your pre-order, knowing goddamn well that game is not anywhere near done.
Yeah,
it's evolved.
You see Battlefield 2042? You see that dumpster fuck of a game?
It's gotten some kind of more negative reviews. But the whole point of the pre-order originally, the true goal of the pre-order was, hey, there's games coming out. If you want to make sure you get your copy, you pre-order.
And physical editions were all we had.
Right.
Yeah. We're out of that age. So now
when
it's
VHS tapes existed.
You pre-order, we'll give you this cool hat. You want a cool hat? If you pre-order, you get the cool hat. That's all it is now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's truly no point to. I mean, fuck the cool hat. And honestly, in 1 million cases of all these, no one gives a shit about the cool hat after 1 week because everyone has it because they fucking pre-order.
Even worse, get 5 free levels on your battle pass.
Stupid. I've never played a game that even offers that for pre-orders. So
kill the pre-orders, kill the fucking battle passes, kill the microtransactions. Fuck it all. Set everything on fire. Fuck it.
Yeah, why'd Fourth Place pop out of nowhere talking shit about GME super quick?
He's trying to trigger me.
First phrase, GME is trash. What a fucking hater.
What a troll.
He's trying to press my buttons, and if he wants to press my buttons, he knows where mine's located.
Oh yeah. Why
Oh,
is
hey,
that?
Yeah,
We don't
don't
have to talk
forget.
about that if you don't want to. We don't talk.
Don't forget, if you pre-order, you get the free sound. You get a free copy of the
My button is
soundtrack
my
on
prostate.
on CD. Make sure you get your CD.
CD?
Yeah. CD's
man.
nuts in your mouth, EA.
Yeah.
What were we fucking talking about again?
Who?
I'm
I
lost
don't know.
now.
Who
I don't
cares?
know. I
We're
don't
fucking. It's gone.
Arcane.
Talking about
It was
pre-orders
Arcane.
It's
and
we were
It's
talking about
Arcane.
Arcane.
That's where Arcane went.
Christ. Jesus.
Yeah, on the
We
real,
need
we
some
should do a
Tesla autopilot for this fucking chat.
we should do a social experiment, and we should all install League of Legends and invite 2 more people and see what we say to each other during the game. Just see what happens. Just see how it goes. You know?
Look.
Rev asked if JD's shirt is official merch of Cloak and Stagger.
Oh man, I wish it was, because this is a great shirt. Crying is a free action.
It's not. We don't have official merch.
We
Crying
don't.
is a free action.
But I mean, shit. If there's a market for it, we can make that happen.
Yeah.
We'll end up looking to that because we're trying to we're not fucking around here. We're trying to do this legit. So yeah, we're definitely gonna go that path eventually. We just don't know when. But if you're interested,
Yeah.
I guess
we
we
could,
need to talk about that sooner than later, huh?
yeah, I mean, we could find some like print on demand options because no one wants to hold inventory. That's a business conversation.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
So yeah. Arcane's great. Blizzard and Activision blow donkey balls.
Wussies.
Blizzard
seen
missed the opportunity to create something similar
Lately.
to Arcane. They have multiple IPs that could do it. Stop pre-ordering games. It's a terrible idea, terrible practice.
Cut it out.
I think that was the gist of it, right?
Wait. Oh, yeah, I thought of something else with the pre-order. I want to talk about.
Hit me
because
with
it's
it,
super
Daddy.
relevant. Early access. Every Steam game ever made now by a third party. Early access. Is that a pre-order? Question mark. Valheim. Early access.
Do a beta.
Yeah, that type of stuff.
Whatever happened to fucking beta testing?
I think it's a good incentive.
It
I think
shows early access is actually. You know what? I'm not even gonna hate on it. If someone wants to throw out early access and here's this game, cool. You buy it. It's early. Give us feedback. Let's make it better. You know what I do have beef with? It's early access. Here's our in-game store too. Buy some shit. Give us your feedback. Here's all this. Shit you can buy for this game that may never be fucking completed.
The
but
problem is that system is so easily abused. Yeah,
It's
that's
abused,
pre-order with
yeah.
extra steps. I mean, look at something, possibly the most egregious offender. We're hitting all these. Star Citizen, which was began development over 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago it began development. And it has raised over $400 million on its
Which is
Kickstarter. And it is still in alpha, early access, whatever. That is insanity to me.
Yeah, that's because I remember Grand Theft Auto 5 was the highest budgeted production game, and that came in at 265. So Star Citizen is the highest.
$400 million
Is the most funded game ever. Which just to hit on what Blurred said for pre-orders, because it comes with every pre-order ever. Digital art books, the most worthless asset possible.
Star Citizen?
No. Digital art books for
Oh.
games that you pre-order.
Yeah, that's kind of
Fucking worthless.
What's the point of a digital art book when you can literally Google the art?
I'm gonna
You know what I mean?
sit here on my fucking TV screen and scroll through art. Fuck you.
You would if it was an NFT, you fucking crypto cuck.
No, I would take
I've heard
screenshots.
about this game
I'd
multiple
right click
times.
and save it.
Yeah.
Every time I hear about this, this is not the game that had it to where, like, for voice chat, your character like manipulated your mouth when talking, right?
I have no
Does that sound
idea.
familiar at all?
I can tell you that.
Okay, I don't know. I've heard of Star Citizen over the last few years and every time I'm like, wait, what is that again? What the fuck is Star Citizen? I don't even know to this day. I have no idea what it
It's
is.
just multiplayer No Man's Sky. That's all.
But we already have that.
I agree.
That can't that be all it is? There
So
has to be
it's
more. I'm looking it up right
so
now.
hey,
It's a
do you
heavier
remember
stem.
do you remember Elite Dangerous? I showed you Elite Dangerous,
Yeah, Elite Dangerous.
the
It's a
virtual
cool game.
reality space space simulator. It's like that, but the idea is to have just an insane amount of ships, a giant but populated universe with things to do and quests and missions and things on every planet, and the ability to get out and actually there's first person like shooter elements to it where you can land and go into these fucking ruins or whatever. It's just supposed to be a gigantic fucking endless expanse of content.
It's like you play right now. Right?
You can.
Yeah, you can play it.
Huh.
It's
You can-
free
you
to
can buy
play
it and play
until
it.
December 2nd, I think, right now. But after that, you better cough up that money, bruh.
Yeah.
You better
can pay
throw that.
$25,000 for a spaceship too.
Wait, they're actually releasing it December 2nd?
No,
No.
it's just free to play right now. If you want to get your whistle wet a little bit,
Yeah. You want to buy a
just get in there
$25,000
and
spaceship, you can.
get a little bit of that little bit of space, little space.
So that build me up from the ground up here. So this is a Kickstarter game. Yes, no.
Yes,
It was. Yeah.
it was. Oh, it's still,
Okay.
is it still on Kickstarter?
No.
So now is it
I would think that'd be crazy. Yeah.
So if it's free to play, do they get their income from what is it, Patreon?
No. It's
Yeah,
only
it
free to
is.
play for a short period of time.
Right. It's a promotion
But
they're
it's
doing
been
right
in
now.
development for it's been like, hey, here's Star Citizen.
A
You can check
decade.
it out for forever, for like a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
decade. So during that whole period, you paid the Kickstarter fee. Here's
Yep.
the client. Enjoy yourself with whatever the hell we have available. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically enjoying alpha for a long time.
This just sounds like another early access game. What's up with this? So that's
Yeah,
not-
I mean it is. That's right.
so there's nothing crazy about this. This is like every other fucking game on Steam.
Well,
yeah?
it's crazy in the amount of time and money that has been put into it, and it's still in like an alpha
Alpha.
stage.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But if we had a little off topic here, we're going to talk about waiting for something to its completion. Y'all ever heard of Earth Special Forces?
Yes.
I know you should have, because in Cybernet Cafe, when it existed in Memphis, Tennessee, I basically harassed everyone till we could play one match of it. I don't know if you were part of it, but I went out of my way to get on. It's a Dragon Ball Z mod for Half-Life
Yeah.
1,
I
essentially.
I played it with you.
They've been working on the second version for, I don't know, how old am I now? I'm 34 now, and I was 17 when I think I was 15 when they announced they were working on the second one. I've been waiting that goddamn long for this mod to come out. I don't think it's out. It's gonna come out now, but I know what it's like to wait goddamn forever for something to get released. So in this situation, would you argue that the devs are maybe being a little lazy with their time? in getting this out?
I think so they're already going in and redoing things that they made obviously a decade ago.
years
So
ago.
so now you're just adding production time on top of things that have already been produced.
Well, the other side of it is like launching a video game is releasing a product for revenue. They're making revenue,
That they
right?
are.
Like there's no reason for them to release the carrot on a stick because because mission accomplished. They're doing the business thing.
Yeah.
Every second they're getting money for it, as far as you tell me, right?
I mean,
Star
they're
Citizen?
getting money every day.
Right.
Like, I'm not joking when there's $25,000 spaceships. There are $25,000 spaceships.
You're being
Like,
serious. That's
yes.
EVE Online tier. So this game's that popular?
It is.
It at least has that kind of whale status.
Yeah.
I gotta look that shit up. That sounds fucking wild.
Oh god.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have ever told him about it. Now,
So,
Jamie's
yeah,
gonna be like,
so-
guys, can I borrow $500? I've got
Bakuma's gonna have to sell some feet pictures.
Yeah.
Star Citizen is selling a $27,000 bundle. So
There you go.
hold on. Okay, time out. So
Okay.
when you say $27,000, I think, okay, it's a player economy. The players value this. Someone has this item they can sell to another player for X amount. Okay, you know
No.
what? People make the value. This,
No, the company is selling it
Yeah.
Yes.
in a
That-
storefront as a microtransaction for $27,000.
That is the most fucked up gaming thing I've ever heard, ever. You can't. There's no one on this planet that would. If I'm on Steam and I'm browsing the fucking game, and in the add-ons it says, "Oh, Class Titan Starship, $27,000." Anyone is like,
Do you think we
You
could
know
tweet at Elon and get him to buy it? Can we
He's got 4.
shame him into doing it?
You know, I actually, you mentioned Elon. I retract my statement. If I'm filthy fucking rich, that sounds hilarious. That sounds the beginning of content and memes. If I've got billions of dollars, hey, I'll buy a $27,000 Starship in this game. It would be.
Why not? Yeah, he sold $2
how
billion
things
worth
work
of
with
Tesla
this.
stock in like 2 weeks. Why didn't he? He's got money.
And again,
That's insane.
the game has accrued over $402 million.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I mean, what
Doc
pressure
is
do they
actually
have
right.
to release anything?
Y'all are familiar with Second Life, right? You know what Second Life is?
Vaguely, yeah.
Bachman has a good point there. That's actually that. I played that game very briefly. It's essentially a game where everyone can design their own assets and sell it in game, and you can access it in game. And there's I watched a guy, and I will say he immediately before I talk about him, he's a piece of shit. This guy's a mean guy, and he sucks, and he's a bad person. But his name's Daniel from SL, and his goal is to go around and harass people in various games. And in Second Life, I watched a video recently where there were these dragons that someone made, that they have a lifespan, they have all these stats, you have to take care of them, that you can purchase, but he's selling them for like, I don't know, $100, $200 each.
Sure.
And that's normal in that universe. For any asset you make, you could take it in any other little server, any other room, and show it off for a certain fee. So all the value of the stuff is whatever people make of it. But that actually is an accurate game that does that shit all the fucking time with tons of different stuff, especially sexy stuff. The sexy stuff, like you guys have no idea. Go down that rabbit hole if you fucking want to.
Well, I mean,
But
that's like
so
with
much shit.
Technology follows porn. Whatever the porn industry gets in, that's the way technology goes.
But I mean, like you said, right? Like player-to-player economy, totally okay with that. By the way, what you just described is basically like NFT type economy.
Yes.
Somebody creates something and then sells it to somebody who finds a value in it.
But they're the only people that own it. The only people that buy it are the only people that can show it off. Like, it's not like if I buy one of that dude's dragon, I have that dragon and I can show it off. No one else can unless they buy it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to stop equating NFTs to shitty 8x8 pixel art in your head.
But that's all it is right now, dude.
You've got to make that. You got to dissociate those two ideas.
That's what it is. The scam.
Ever since I saw the streamer clips that you could purchase, I don't know. I'm an NFT hater, but I shouldn't be. So I know there's more to it, but I got showed a bad start, okay?
But like, if there was, I mean, the counterfeit knife skins, right? Like, are a good example.
Those
I
knife
like
skins go for a ton.
They go for a lot, thousands of dollars.
That's Counter-Strike, right? Counter-Strike?
Stick dicks. I'm afraid to look at this, but
I'll look it up. I'm
I'm looking it up right now. Let's see.
I am not googling stick dicks.
Dicks. It's a collection. I'm gonna check their Twitter. All right,
Are you gonna
go to their
are you-
Twitter?
Are you gonna put it up on the channel?
No, hell no.
It's just a bunch of stick figures that have penises, and the penis is just a line.
Yes.
Nah.
There's an avatar one. There's a workout one, military one.
What?
Guy holding blue with a bucket on his head. This is so
fuck,
stupid. What is this?
Sold
Yeah,
for
that-
$9,300. Sold for $4,800. There's an angry. Wait, I can show this.
It's called art, and you do well to recognize it.
That sold for apparently for $4,800.
$4,800 for that.
A lot of these are selling for pennies. I'm saying. Wait, did y'all link something? I want to see.
Yeah, you just popped it up in
I
the...
popped it up on the stream.
Oh shit! Hold on.
It's like an angry Kylo Ren with a bowl cut stick man standing in the middle of a road in the desert with his dick out.
You see you popped on the stream? I don't see it yet.
Well, here
Maybe
I'll
we're behind.
pop it back up here, just real quick. This is just for you.
Just real quick.
Okay, just for me. I'll see. I don't know how delayed we
There
are.
it
I think
is.
we're like
There
13
it is.
seconds behind.
There it is.
That did sell for 4,800.
Sold.
There's no fucking way.
Sold, bro. Here, I found Matt.
I wish I was rich.
Here's the
I
one
wish-
for Matt. Here's you, bro.
I need to understand that brain.
That's it. On the moon, diamond hands.
You know, more
big-
importantly than any of this, I want to know,
the
fourth
big
place, how do
diamond
you
dick.
know about this shit? Where have you been? What have you been doing, huh?
Probably selling these for 4,800 a pop.
I own up to my lewd bullshit. What do you do to find this shit, huh? What have you been looking at? I'll give you time to answer that. You don't have to answer immediately. Everywhere's too
everywhere.
vague.
He's
Bullshit.
everywhere.
Bullshit. You find this somehow, some way, through some form, some Reddit, or some group you're a part of. I bet it's the last one, honestly. Characters with penises or some weird group you're a part of.
Characters with
Jake Paul was trying to
penises.com.
scam his community with stick dicks.
Really?
Apparently.
Jake Paul?
Not a joke again.
I think he's about to have a fucking midlife or a crisis. I think that man's addicted to opiate. I saw a video of him. He was going on and he was like confessing to some shit and talking about how a bunch of the people that worked for him all quit at the same time. He's like, my accountant in Costa Rica and my driver in Costa Rica and these other people, they all quit on the same day. And dude, the people that were on his little podcast with him or whatever were just, it's so cringy. It's so cringy. But I'm feeling a
You linked the tweet.
like a mental break coming soon for Jake Paul.
Fame can go weird places, dude. I don't know. I can't imagine what that dude deals with.
He
I know
did
he's
the
kind of an
Pokemon.
asset, but-
He did the Pokemon card thing, and he did what was it? The that shit coin. What's the shit coin? He was Dink Doink. That's what it was.
Dink Doink.
Dink
Okay.
Doink. He was all over the place promoting it because they were trying to do the thing very obviously where you get a bunch of fucking people to buy your little shit
Right,
coin.
pump it up.
And then you pump it up, and then you just fucking pull the rug out, and you leave everybody else holding the fucking bag. It's all a fucking scam, dude. It's all scam.
Been a member of like 3 pump and dumps, and I'm not proud of it. I'm still in one stock right now that's so goddamn useless. I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about something else. What were we talking about?
Should get in Litecoin.
Arcane.
Litecoin
Yeah,
actually had heavy potential.
Or not
But yeah, we were
Litecoin.
talking about Arcane. Yeah, Arcane, great
It's
series.
a great show. It's a great
League of
show.
Legends did good. Good
show.
job, League Riot
yeah,
Games.
buy beef futures.
So speaking of like NFTs and digital currency and things like that, I when I first read this, that was kind of one of the first things that kind of popped into my head that may be a use for this, but the CEO of Xbox, Phil Spencer, he called for industry-wide game preservation in the form of software emulation. So Xbox, who already, although they said this is the last set of it, they just announced the last 70 games that's going to be backwards compatible on Xbox, either through Game Pass. I think through Game Pass. And there's a lot of great titles in there, but he kind of doubled down on that and was saying, you've got in the TV and movie and music industry, you all have they all have ways for you to access that content regardless of its age, either via streaming or DVDs or whatever. You have a way to access that content, and so he was kind of making a point to say that gaming should be held alongside that as well. If there's a incredibly popular, very good game, or whatever, let's be honest, mediocre game even, but some people like them, why should we not be able to access those in some form or fashion on current gen hardware? And that
Is that
can
actually
be
what he's calling for?
yeah. He says
Like if I bought what is it, Halo 1 on the original Xbox, his idea would be because I bought that, I should be able to access it digitally on any Xbox device.
he said just to read a few lines here, he stated that emulation allows modern hardware to simulate the functions of older hardware and run game files or executables, and that his hope is that as an industry that they would work on legal emulation that allowed modern hardware to run any, within reason, older executable, allowing someone to play any game.
That sounds like he wants to take it to the next step then, because Nintendo, like if I own a Switch, I can buy already old Nintendo games or even play a lot of them through their digital service. If I own Sony, they have the PlayStation Plus store, which has a lot of random digital copies on their shit. However, for Nintendo's example, if I buy it on the Switch, it's on the Switch. I can't play it on the Wii. I can't play it on the Wii U. I'll unlikely be able to play it on the next gen console. For Sony, I'm actually not familiar with how that works. I might be able to play it on other stuff. Do y'all know, is Sony Plus console to console, or is it just whatever you buy it on?
You mean PlayStation Plus?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got
so-
PlayStation Plus, and I access it on my 5 and 4 Pro.
Yeah, anything that can be played on PlayStation 4 can be played on the PlayStation 5.
Okay, so Xbox man, I forget his name already. Xbox CEO champion
Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer is calling for. It sounds like the even one step past that. When you purchase a digital license for said software, which is what we all do now when we buy any game online, we don't own any of these fucking games. We just have a digital license. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
We have an NFT.
I don't even have
We-
an NFT.
We should be able to play that on what the fuck ever. Is that what he's calling for?
He didn't say that specifically, and me from my perspective, I look at this as that sounds all fine and dandy from a surface level standpoint, right? Like, yeah, I agree with that. I would love to be able to access old games that I played when I was much younger without having to jump through the hoops of finding my old console and the old game that goes with it, or if I sold them, they're gone, or let's be honest, getting emulators up and running is not the most difficult thing to do in the world if you're tech savvy. Right?
Ruined one of my high school classes that way. They all had ZSNES, every one of those computers.
If you are not, and let's be honest, there's gorillions of people who are not, right? So
Brilliance.
Brilliance.
If I'm Phil Spencer and my outlook on the gaming industry, or at least as Microsoft, as Xbox, our approach is not necessarily exclusives, right? Like Sony's is. Sony has gone all in essentially on exclusives. Xbox has gone all in on Game Pass. We're giving you access to a fuck ton of games for X amount of dollars a month, right?
As long as you have the Game Pass.
As long as you have the Game Pass, correct. So imagine the potential increase of revenue stream, right? If you are able to monetize every other fucking game that's been made in history, right? And make it easy and oh god. Oh, somebody's a bad boy.
That's a bad boy.
Somebody's a bad boy.
What's a
That is
bad
a
boy?
Phil
bad
Kid? What
Spencer,
happened?
you a bad boy.
Very bad boy.
But no, so you take all of that and you make it easy to access, just like Netflix did with movies. That's a gold mine, And if I'm somebody that has the ability to create something like that, that's a gold mine.
Yeah, I mean, if his point is just, hey, we should preserve old games past the systems they're designed for. Sure.
If we're going the backwards compatibility, and yeah, go all in on that shit. I figured that we were leaning that way anyhow, since Nintendo and Sony are all about it now. So why not go the next step and say if you bought it? Well, you know what? Actually, no. It's bad if they go the next step for them. Correct?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you're thinking, you buy a copy of, some Square Enix game and you play it on any device, whatever, wherever. I don't think that's what he's arguing.
What is he? He didn't elaborate at all. He just said, "I hope that we do Xbox Simulator."
Yeah, I think he's just saying, "I hope we
Emulation."
preserve old games." I think is all he's saying.
And
And if you
again,
buy it on Xbox, then you can play it on the Xbox ecosystem. Versus
if
if you buy it on Sony, you can buy it on the Sony ecosystem.
right. And if that's the case, if it's strictly from a point of preservation and like, hey, these games, anybody should be able to access them, that's great. But at this point, like, I have a hard time believing that it's, he's doing this out of benevolence, and that there isn't some sort of, monetary gain to be had.
Sure. Right. Like
You think he's calling for the same thing Nintendo already does, then?
Yeah.
Yeah. But on
Just
a
leave
large,
Get with the times, old man.
but on a larger scale.
Yeah. He's saying everything from everyone, because Nintendo is really only doing Nintendo titles.
Right.
Yeah, and Xbox only do
Right.
Xbox shit, yeah, or stuff they have license to.
He didn't elaborate on that. He was making kind of a general statement, but that's a big statement to make from the CEO of a gaming company, for sure.
Yeah, I guess so. They got a long way to come. I remember how that E3 went. This still lives in infamy when the Sony dude was like, "Hey, you want to play this?" And the other Sony dude was like, "Yeah," and he just handed him a copy of the game. And that was it.
No,
Where it says Nintendo doesn't do licensed games, so only certain games.
right. First party.
Yeah.
They do first party games. Right.
Oh yeah, like no third party stuff. It's only stuff
Yeah.
that's licensed directly through Nintendo.
Right.
Is that?
Right. So if I want to go
curious.
play Conker's Bad Fur Day on my PS5,
And I do.
and I very much do, let me do it, Phil. Or that's not Phil, but Mr. Sony, let me do it.
Yeah. I agree. Conker's Bad Fur Day, fucking classic.
I've had too many wines to actually look up what Blurt's talking about, so I gotta take his word for it for now. Nintendo doesn't do licensed games. I got it. There can't be any non-Nintendo game that's restreamed through their stuff. That sounds accurate. I wanted to make sure, but I don't know how to word it, and I don't have the fucking mental faculties.
Yeah, I mean, to do that, right? Like Nintendo, if Nintendo wanted to make old Sega games available, they would go and have to negotiate some massive business agreement.
That'd be a lot easier for them. You said Sega, right?
Yeah.
They pretty much joined Nintendo, didn't they? They got Sonic all over that shit.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part. But, I mean, you'd still have to go do it, right?
Side note, that was a dream as a kid. Like, I dreamed of a Super Nintendo game that has Sonic and Mario in it. Like, no shit. I thought, oh
Well,
my god.
now
that'd be
you can
the
play
coolest thing ever.
them in the Olympics. So.
Yeah, give me
I take it
that
for granted
Nintendo
every day.
PlayStation, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, sure. Go do it, Phil.
But yeah, I mean, Bachmus saying, let's see, where was it? Yeah, Spyro isn't Nintendo.
But you
Right.
can't play Spyro through any Nintendo services right now. Like if I already get the Nintendo season pass for the Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, they don't that's PlayStation shit. That's not on there.
Correct.
So we talk about Bachmus. Throw down harder. Give me some links. Lego has all those, and they were on that. I don't know. Oh, you misunderstood. Okay, then we're on the same page now. She misunderstood.
Okay. He says she has Spyro on fucking Switch.
Yeah, as a hard copy. We're talking like if Nintendo came out with a digital service to where you could just straight up get Spyro or Crash.
The
without
originals.
buying a hard
the
copy.
originals.
The originals.
The OGs, yes. No remasters. All just the ones that came out then. Then that's a different story. But I don't think you can't do that.
No.
Which
But you could do that with the mighty PC, which is the best gaming system ever. So it doesn't
speaking
matter,
of
so just-
remakes and remasters,
Yeah.
in the time that Star Citizen has been in development, let's talk about how many times Skyrim and Grand Theft Auto have been created and remastered in the time
Yeah. I don't wanna deal with this.
Star Citizen has just been in alpha. So I want to hear your takes on these games that refuse to die. They refuse to go away because they make that money.
I really don't know, man. I don't know what to say about them. I mean, I understand a remaster, which they did a few times, years ago, many years ago. But what the fuck are they adding? Like in the newest remasters? Like, I've been on. Look, if it's not clear, PC gaming for life. Okay, keyboard, mouse, fuck controllers, including you 4 players. I know you're fucking garbage take with controllers. And consoles in general, just PC can do it all. I can, not that I practice this whatsoever, I've never done this, but PC could play Super Nintendo, Sony PlayStation, Wii, just Xbox, all of it. It does it all. And so when I have Skyrim, I mean, I mod it. I mod it like every other decent human being with decent, wholesome modifications that are in no way whatsoever looted or extremely gory. Okay, so my Skyrim remaster is super easy because there's so many people out there that already love it and that redo it and make it look way better. So when a remaster comes out, everyone has to do this shit all over again because the core Skyrim got upgraded somehow, and then there's a ton of new mods you have to get for it to make it work. Old mods don't work, etc., etc. So what the fuck are they even adding now that can be considered a remaster? Do y'all know?
Updated graphics, like
I can
texture
go-
packs.
I can
imagine
go,
that
uh,
mods already exist for.
I can go look on the back of the box of the anniversary edition I bought today.
You bought it again?
You're part of the problem here.
You're Todd Howard's favorite person.
So I do have an excuse. If
Do you?
Judge, if I may.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I do want to go on record and state that I fucking hate myself. I hate my I felt dirty purchasing it. But I bought the original Skyrim when it came out. That was my first Elder Scrolls game. Well, actually I take it back. I played Morrowind.
You didn't pre-order it, did you?
No, I didn't fuck pre-order. I was at work at Best Buy, and everybody was coming up there getting Skyrim, and I was like, fuck is this all about? What is this? Skyrim? Okay, I'll try it. I bought a copy. That was how I picked up Skyrim. Okay. So bought the original, and then didn't do shit with it. Barely played it.
What'd you buy it on?
PC.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Right. Then a few years ago when they did what was it? Was it remastered? Is that what they called it? Skyrim remastered
Legendary
or something?
edition
Legendary,
or
yeah.
something.
Legendary edition.
I bought that because I was like, all right, I'm gonna play it. I still have not beaten the game as of today. Have not played through. I've maybe gone through a quarter of it at most. But I've got a PS5 in the living room. I've got a PS4 Pro in the bedroom, and I don't use them for anything. I beat Miles Morales. Like I'm out of things to do on there outside of playing like Overcooked with Kira or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted a game that I could sit down like long term and fuck off on in the living room on the couch, and then also just with the PlayStation Plus with cloud saves, I could play it in the living room and also play that same save in my bedroom.
Wait, you said PlayStation Plus?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
With PlayStation Plus, you get 100 gigabytes of cloud storage.
So I may have missed this. So the most recent version you bought was for PC, right?
No, the one I bought is for PlayStation because I wanted to sit my ass on the couch or lay in the bed and have something to play, because right now they're just gathering dust.
You foolish fool.
What are you talking? I have 2 versions of it on the PC already. That doesn't make sense. I don't always want to sit in front of my computer.
But the mods.
I've got the
Mods are
Skyrim
written.
remaster. I've got the mods. I have them. If I want them, they're here.
They're San Andreas remastered tier.
What's San Andreas Remastered tier?
Oh shit, you don't know about that? You don't
I
know
mean,
about the San Andreas remaster?
I do. I've seen the memes, but I just don't know what that has to do with Skyrim.
It's garbage. The fans have made light years better content. It's like settling for a fucking Big Mac when you can have a filet mignon made by fucking Ramsay.
I get that. I hope you're not talking about Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones, because that's like a dick.
No.
That's a dick fillet.
Gordon Ramsay. Gordon
Okay.
Ramsay.
All right. So there's two pieces to that. So I have like Skyrim remastered or whatever on my computer, modded to fuck with graphics and all this stuff. I know exactly what he's talking about. 4 plays. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
So I have that, right? If I need to scratch that itch, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
The other part of this is that I still have only scratched the surface of that game. So I don't know what I'm missing from if you're talking about mods that add, you know, other like missions or weapons or anything like that.
NPCs,
Right.
zones.
I don't know what I'm missing, so therefore it doesn't exist to me. And don't you fucking tell me. Don't you tell me.
You can make an
I
argument.
want to know, right? So I would like to play through the game that everybody's you know, desecrated the desecrated corpse of this game that came out 10 years ago. I want to see I do want to see what it's about, and I want to be able to like lay in bed and do it, which I can't do on my computer.
Have you never played all the way through it on any of the previous releases?
On any of them. No.
Okay, so that's an accurate market then for the Skyrim remaster man. So if it's come out like 8 times and you bought it like maybe 3, and each time you're like, I'm gonna get into it, and you get like a little bit, and then time or life or money or whatever the hell it gets in the way, and then it's like an opportunity comes up to where it's even more convenient to play it, then you purchase it again, and then you're ready to get into it. Okay, that
is why I purchased it.
is acceptable. That is an okay reason to buy Skyrim Remastered number 19. That's fine.
But I've only purchased 3 out of the 19.
I've purchased
So
3
Skyrim
as well,
has been
actually.
released as Skyrim in 2011, 10 years ago. Skyrim Legendary Edition in
Got that one?
2013. Skyrim Special Edition in 2016.
Oh shit! Now I don't know. Maybe that one or the other one.
Skyrim VR
That one.
2017.
That's my most recent one.
And Skyrim Anniversary Edition this year, 2021.
The mods in the VR one just, oh god. I know I talk about Final Fantasy, but they feel
So 5
good.
editions in total have been released. There have been several ports that have happened, and it has existed over 3 console generations, being originally released for the Xbox 360 and PS3, and now re-released for the PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Skyrim's the Doom of the future, man. You know how everyone's like, I can run Doom on my car or my refrigerator. That's Skyrim. Skyrim in like 10 years.
Be running on our like Apple Watch 8.0.
Well,
That's
there
fucking
is
Skyrim. I'll wait for it,
Skyrim
yeah.
for the Alexa,
There is, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
so you can do a voice-based Skyrim game on Alexa.
Yep.
Amazon Alexa. So you could say, Alexa, I want to play Skyrim, and it will download Skyrim and it will say, you're in a dungeon, you're in a jail cell and you need to look around, and you say, you know,
Like a
look
mud
a little bit.
RPG.
Yeah, kind of, but voice-based.
We were talking about those before we started streaming here. Yeah,
And then
that's
you grab
that's
the
actually
key and
cool.
you open the show. Yeah.
I would test that if I owned an Alexa device, but I don't think I do.
I've got one behind
I
me.
do have other devices
Don't speak
listening,
her
though.
name.
Yeah, don't say it out loud. You watch a commercial and it turns on.
You have an Alexa thing in your house?
I
have
have
one-
like 8.
I have one right behind me, so I can see when someone rings my doorbell, it pops up. I can see who's at the door.
When you say the name, it just kind of starts listening.
Mm-hmm. She
That's so
who shall
weird.
not be named. I
What's
mean,
it called again?
fuck you.
That's it. I'm trying to think. I have.
I mean,
have
she's
2
always
screen-based
listening.
Alexas, and I have 4 audio Alexas in the house.
That's
So
just another
6 total.
interesting topic we should talk about right now. Do y'all give a shit about privacy as far as that goes? Because
No.
regardless of saying Alexa's name or not, that device is like
It's listening.
for
so's
Yeah,
your
for
phone.
Key topics.
So's your phone.
Yeah, phones are doing it too.
I mean, as soon as you start talking about anything, you start getting ads for that thing. You don't even have to Google it. Like if you just say something enough, you'll start getting
so
ads.
without
for
going
it.
into it, I can say factually that's not true, and there's a reason
It
why
is true because I seen it.
people think that.
That wouldn't tell me about it, Red. Why is it not true?
I mean, it goes into just way deep technical aspects of like how these networks are set up. But in short, you get stuff that your friends look for. So even if you don't search for something, if you guys discuss something, Facebook or whatever channel recognizes your close association. So if you
Discuss something on social media?
it doesn't have to be.
In real life, near our phones?
Well, no. If you guys discuss something in real life, like if you and JD start talking about VR headsets and then JD goes and looks up VR headsets, you may get ads for VR headsets because JD looked them up.
So what was listening to me then?
Nothing.
Everything's listening to you, bro. Don't listen to this corporate shill.
How does
He
the internet
is part
know
of
that
the
I'm
system.
associated?
He's part of the
Because-
system.
No,
Because
that I'm
Facebook
associated
knows,
with JD.
because you guys would interact on each other's posts often, or because you guys would have very similar content in your posts. There's
Social media then.
Yeah, social media.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
So there's a number of ways in which affinities are assigned to you,
Listen to this hogwash right now.
and
Wait, you think he's
when-
lying?
He's being paid by Bezos.
well, I'm
To
saying
spread
that
this
the algorithms
misinformation.
are way more advanced than you realize, but listening to your phones nonstop and processing raw amounts of audio data for every person is one, technically just not an obtainable thing. And two, just isn't how it works. There's much more sophisticated things happening than just listening to you.
Sounds
So you
like
would
somebody
argue
needs
that-
to do their research. I've been
You
looking.
would argue that never happens then. Is that correct, Red?
That your phone is passively listening to you in order to mine topics of data to serve you ads is not happening.
I fucking believe him. I believe him. That sounds kind of crazy. Moose, you disagree, yeah?
You've been tricked. You've been
I've been
tricked, brother.
bamboozled.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it.
You know what?
Not
You know
my
what?
liberties.
You know the best defense against that though? Is become a Twitch streamer. Just put your life fucking out there. Everything you fucking do anyhow, right? Who gives a shit at that point?
Yeah, I mean, we can make this another topic, but in short, I don't give a shit about privacy.
I do
But
to an extent,
in terms of being served ads, I don't give a shit about privacy.
I mean, your stuff's out there. Maybe anytime you have to
data, I
fill
don't
out
give a fuck.
information for a various website or whatnot, they're selling it to whoever, or who
Yeah.
the fuck ever, and then they have it, and then other people have it, and then people are calling your house every day. Hey, you want to sell your home? Hey, you heard about your car warranty? Hey,
Yup.
you fucking need some insurance? It's something, you know.
So
we're out
what
there.
again, another common misconception, but what's funny is that in internet ads, you're far less likely to have your data directly sold to an organization. That type of information typically comes from your financial transactions. Your bank and your credit cards
here it
sell that
comes.
data.
Fucking big internet just deflecting. Blame it on somebody else.
The banks, huh?
Banks and credit card companies.
With all due respect of being serious for just a moment, Red probably has the most experience and knowledge on these topics. It ties hand in hand with kind of what he integrates with his life all the fucking time.
So here's the
Biggest
difference
reason
between
to
the two.
lie about it.
So here's the difference between the two. Let's say that you go and buy the latest edition of Skyrim,
I did that.
right? If
That's
somebody wanted to target you on social media to buy video games, right? The internet knows that you have an interest in video games. Now, if I were Sony and I wanted to sell you other video games, I can't go to Facebook and say, give me all the information for the people who bought a video game or have interest in video games. What I can do is I, as Sony, can go to Facebook and say, hey, Facebook, I want you to serve my ad to people who enjoy video games, but Sony does not get that data directly, right? Facebook takes their ad and says, okay, we're going to serve it to people who enjoy video games, but we're not going to tell you who those people are. Right?
Facebook's in a huge scandal with that shit right now, though, aren't they?
Years ago they were with a company called Cambridge Analytica, where people were taking those viral, what are you type quizzes, and in those quizzes had to log in with their Facebook account, and the website was actually collecting all of their profile information off of Facebook.
So why does Richard get dick pic ads?
No, dick pill.
Dick pic and dick pic ads. He told me in a private message.
So either he's searching for dick pill ads, right? And again, Facebook knows that you're searching for dick pill ads, but they're not giving that information to the pharmaceutical companies saying that Richard buys dick pill ads. Facebook is saying, give me money for your dick pill ads and I will serve them to people who search for dick pill ads. But I'm not going to tell you that it's Richard.
We know.
I'm not gonna rat Richard out.
But I'm not gonna rat Richard out. I'll serve it to Richard, but I'm not gonna tell you it's Richard. That's how Facebook works. But your credit card companies, they will sell you out.
See,
they sell your data and say Richard's buying truckloads of fucking dick pills. Serve him ads.
I think I understand a little bit better. Okay.
Yeah. So
you're telling me my phone ain't listening to me?
Your phone ain't listening to you, but you're doing a whole lot of shit on your phone. So are your friends. And there's complex associations that are being made by that behavior.
I need to make the more you know thing I can just flash across the screen.
Yeah.
It's hard to even care about this because I figure like the safest defense against this is to truly just not give a shit, just have it all out there and whatnot, which being an online persona like immediately applies in that direction. Yeah. So I mean, that may be the case. It probably is the case what Red's saying. It's maybe the case what Moose is saying as far as listening devices, but it's
definitely what I'm saying.
If you stop giving a shit, like what's it matter? Like,
well, also there's a cost to everything, right? And like advertising is the way that we get free shit, that we have free services. That Discord is free, that social media is free, that Twitch is free. It's all because of ads. If you abandon ads and no revenue comes into these companies, these things either don't exist or they have subscriptions behind them.
Yep.
That's your alternative.
Speaking of subscriptions, you can actually subscribe to us for free with Twitch Prime. If you link your Amazon account, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you can support the channel for free.
So yeah,
I mean, we want to make this regular.
Listen, if you're not being targeted, either you're getting ads that aren't relevant to you, or you're getting ads that are.
Mine are hyper relevant.
Yeah, I'd rather ads I give a shit about.
It actually really annoys me when I get asked about that. Like on some programs, like even Windows 10, you have the option to, hey, would you like ads targeted towards your interest? And you have to verify that. Anytime I see that, I don't know, I just get fucking annoyed. But that's what you're referring to, right? It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, interestingly enough, inside of LG TVs currently, you go through, you do the whole first time setup on the TV and everything, but deep in the bowels of the settings, there is a little switch in the menus that you can turn on or off. And you have to click this switch 3 times. Every other switch is just 1 time, flip on or off. This one, you have to click it 3 times to turn it on and off. And the setting is literally, do not sell my personal data.
Okay, so that's kind of Red. And again, back on you, Red. You're being attacked right now. That's fucking normal.
And guess what that TV has built into it? Alexa.
Yep. Yeah, and that's fine. That just means you're going to get ads that aren't targeted to you, right? You're just going to get broad ads.
That's all that. So they don't specify what they're selling. TV. They're selling too. They're selling what? They're selling your interest. Is that point, or what is that? What exactly is that?
They're selling the ability to target your interests, right? So like if I want
specific.
So if I want to go target, 18 to 24 male in a specific geography, like a state or city. Let's say it's Comic-Con, right? And I want to target young males. I specify the age, I specify the gender, I specify the city, who are into cosplay, who are into photography, who are into anime. I can choose all of those things. Anybody can. It's not a big business. Like, you can start a Facebook page right now and go into ads.facebook.com and choose all of these things and run a piece of content and pay Facebook to run it.
Okay, all right.
But you don't get any names. You just get to choose these characteristics or demographics.
Okay, let's go down the dark path then. How easy would it be for them to get names or more in the selling of this info?
You can't.
As far as you know, you can't.
No, you can't.
Like, it's illegal if you do. That's why
it's not a matter of illegality. The process doesn't exist. Like, again, anybody right now can go to ads.facebook.com and build an audience, and it's a UI of simple drop-down menus. I want to target people of this age, this gender, this geography, this interest, and you hit OK, and then you place your ad.
Do you hear this man right now? Do you hear him trying to drum up business for Facebook right now?
I'm just saying, I'm not drumming up business.
This
I'm
corporate
saying
shill.
There's nothing where you are given information about the individual who is being targeted the ad.
Yo, 4Plays, nothing's come from me from any nude mod stuff, okay? I've been waiting for a targeted advertisement for that. I've yet to get it because it's a niche market and there's very few of us, all right? So that's irrelevant.
I agree. Rev said something in the chat. If I could pay a fee to never see an ad on a given platform, I would pay it. And like Hulu has that option, right? Like, you can pay Hulu, I think $4.99 a month, and you get ads. YouTube, or you can pay $8.99 a month and get no ads. I pay $8.99 a month or whatever it is for the no ads version because I don't want it.
Ditto.
Not as a matter of privacy, but as a matter of convenience.
There's alternatives as well that'll make ads just not appear.
And YouTube Premium, right? That ad that everyone gets on every video every 30 seconds. You can pay YouTube Premium and not get an ad.
I don't fucking understand that. All right, I bought Moose's TV, okay? Moose, your TV is a fucking ad magnet. I don't understand. If I'm watching a video that's 30 minutes long, every fucking 5 minutes, I get 2 ads. One about that goddamn One Direction band celebrating the Google iPhone, and the other one will be Mutual Liberty's new fucking the guy doing the worm. Every single goddamn time I watch anything.
There is a way you
BTS.
can go in.
That's BTS, yeah.
There's a way you can go into your router and actually block the services that do that.
I tried. I looked up the Reddit post for it.
It doesn't completely eliminate it, but it helps. Also, I never ever in my life have used the YouTube app or any apps built into the TVs themselves. I've always had an external device that does it. It's been
queuing them up then to shit them all out.
I've been using the NVIDIA Shield as my streaming device for years, and I would never go to anything else after this.
It's so goddamn annoying. I got to do something about it.
Well, like I don't get ads on YouTube on my computer because I've got ad block. But,
right.
Here's I actually got a weird point about that. Like, I've noticed now that I'm on a device that has no ad block or no ad way to circumvent them whatsoever. It times these ads at like moments in the video that seem like there's a checkpoint.
Yep.
Is that some AI tech or something?
I don't
That's
know.
Fucking weird.
The publisher puts in those. Right. It's sort of like
like a normal dude's just looking at it like, at this moment, this is where we're gonna segment.
Yeah, kind of right. Writing a good clickbait subject or title and then putting a clickbait thumbnail. You know where the really interesting part of the video is, so I'm going to throw an ad there because people are likely to
not leave.
Continue to not leave in order to continue.
That has to be automated. Like I'm talking like I'm watching a video and the guy's like, okay. Let's go into this room. I don't know what we're expecting, but let's go. And he reaches for the door. Ad. Right then and there.
Clorox.
Right after he fucking says that. Ad. How in the fuck do they know to put an ad right there?
He did it. He knew that was the part of the video that was going to.
The creator of the video has the option for that.
Yeah. You pick the timestamp.
Dude, I'm a YouTube and Twitch fucking newbie. No matter how many years we do this, I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah,
So I didn't
the
even know that was an option.
Yeah, you choose how many ads you want to throw in there and what timestamps you want to put them in.
Which guys watching the stream, if you want an ad-free experience, you can subscribe to our channel
That's
right
true.
now, which you can actually do for free with Twitch Prime.
Too soon. We could segue into our YouTube though. Cloak and Stagger YouTube. We have all of our shit. Whatever we do here normally ends up on YouTube. I'm the guy who's supposed to upload these sessions, so I'm a little behind on that because I'm behind on all that shit.
Thanks for the sub, Rev.
Yeah, thanks, Rev.
Appreciate you.
With that Prime sub, baby.
All these uploads or all these Twitch streams will be on our YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and see what we talked about before, we had a motherfucking heated conversation about some stuff last week. It's very political. It was a lot of fun.
Good.
But
yeah, I mean, as
Cloak and
far
Stagger
as
YouTube.
like Skyrim and GTA and the remasters go, like for me, that's a mechanism of capitalism.
Thanks for bringing this back to topic.
Right? Yeah. I mean, if they release stuff and people want to buy it, great. If people don't buy it, they won't re-release it.
Yeah, you can't really hate on them, can you?
Yeah,
if they're doing
why
it,
not?
people want it. Fucking go for it. Sure,
The
I agree with
only detriment I have to the practice is the concern of, does that take away from resource of their development of newer games?
that. I would assume it. There's no way it could. They have like
I assume it
separate
doesn't.
teams for this stuff. Yeah.
I would think so, and I think that is the case. But outside of that, fucking make your money. I don't give a shit.
Speaking of which, without even knowing anything about it or what it could entail, are you gonna buy Elder Scrolls 6?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like without even knowing a single thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a
massive-
staple of a company doing something good at some point. If you know they're gonna buy their next shit no matter what it is.
Am I gonna pre-order? Am I gonna pre-order it? Fuck no.
No.
So it's not. It's so Bethesda has not sold themselves well enough to where you'd pre-order it.
There's no
what.
reason.
There's no reason to do it, there is no, at this point there is no game that I would pre-order. Period. I think it's a dumb practice.
Bullshit. If WoW 2 was coming out,
Show me
WoW
it's good
2.
first.
Really?
Then you
wouldn't
get my
even-
money.
We've spent literally half our lives on that game, and if they were making a WoW 2, you're telling me right now you would immediately just bam pre-order, give me whatever rewards. I don't give a fuck what it is. It's WoW 2. I have to embrace this. You wouldn't do that?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. Yeah, because the thing is, the game is going to be
No.
what it is regardless, right? It's just a matter of I'm not going to give them my money before I dictate whether that game is worth my money.
So not pre-ordering,
All right.
I am on that train. I am working to have the discipline to not buy games day one, even.
There are specific games I would do that for, no matter what. Like if there's a game like
Yeah.
I mean, it could be rinky-dink games too. Like I love Terraria. I mean, I got y'all to play it eventually at some point. I know y'all are kind of like, this is okay, but I love that game. So if they announced the Terraria 2, I don't give a shit. I'd immediately pre-order without knowing dick about it, just because
Why?
that game is like the shit to me. I want the second version. I want to show them immediately.
What does pre-ordering do though?
I don't care if it does nothing. I want to, regardless, I want to show them, hey, I love this product so much, I'm willing to put this money here immediately before it's even out. Like that's my entire thought
I
process.
can
on it.
support that for indie developers.
There's very few
I
companies that
think
do that for.
supporting the company through a pre-order intentionally is, I find that okay.
I mean,
There's a-
on
Oh,
a
go
surface
ahead, go
level, yeah, but I mean, again, that's just something that it's so easily abused.
There's a pre-order method that actually, like you said, it's easily abused that people will fall for no matter what. And that's pre-ordering to start the game earlier.
Right.
How many MMOs have done that? Like almost all of them now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, 3
Final
days early,
Fantasy.
right?
Final Fantasy Endwalker's doing the same thing on my birthday. December 3rd actually is when, if you pre-order Endwalker, you get to play it immediately. Otherwise, you get to play on December 7th. So, who do you think's gonna pre-order that? Fucking everybody, right? because the crowds there that wants to play the MMO, they're going to go ahead and throw down because they want to get started earlier than everyone else. I mean, that's kind of like a gimme, right? Y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did New World do that too? I don't really remember.
No. They did a singular release, but so like even for that, I would start considering for MMOs. Like, all right, well then I'm gonna wait a week and let the crowd clear out of the starting areas.
I don't want to fight for boars.
I don't know, dude. If you're hype enough, you'll like, for example, Final Fantasy 14 being the greatest game ever made, as it is.
Christ.
You clearly want to pre-order that so you can go ahead and get going on December 3rd. I mean, there's no debate on that. There's tons of people like me that feel the same way. So there's other MMOs I'm sure you guys can feel the same way for eventually. At one point, we'll say before Battle for Azeroth. Say Battle for Azeroth is coming out. If you knew you could play a week in advance, would y'all not jump on it?
So
Back then-
it's yeah, back then absolutely, and then also if it's something where we're going to be doing it with friends, and there is an element of we should all jump on this at the same time, then sure.
So say friends weren't involved whatsoever, would you still do it?
No,
No.
Not at all.
A single player only experience? No.
I would argue that the game has failed you at that point then. If the only thing letting you play is friends, which is what, I'll be honest, what WoW has been for a long time, then the game itself is not as good as it should be.
I mean the gaming
me-
industry itself has been failing me for fucking years
Exactly.
at this point now.
That's the point of view, right? Of like every game for the last 5 years has released unfinished and poor quality.
I mean, that's because you guys don't have like, I mean, y'all don't Smash
have
Bros.
what?
You know what I'm saying?
don't have
you
what?
You don't want to throw down the Smash Brothers.
You
or
can't
the
use
Guilty
Smash
Gears
Brothers
or
is a polished fucking game.
It is. I'll argue that.
See, but Final Fantasy learned, because Bakubus is bringing it up in chat. Final Fantasy learned, right? They had to have Realm Reborn because the first version sucked ass.
Was garbage.
Greatest transition I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean it's incredible,
Let's all
right?
just
Like
clap
No
for
Man's
Final
Sky is
Fantasy for a moment.
similar. The horrible game became a great game, but it took them failing to succeed first,
Yep.
and
We talked
that's a lot of stories in the last 5 years.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago, or maybe even last week as well. Like that truly is what World of Warcraft needs more than anything right now. What do y'all think?
I mean, they need to just
I would love for
start over.
Activision to learn a lesson. I don't think they will.
They won't.
Their business model is not based on quality, it's based on efficiency.
It's based on reaching the most people possible, the most casual player they can.
No.
The whole system, the whole daily system, the new Shadowland system where you're in the Shadowlands and now you do these dailies and fight these new bosses that respawn every 1 minute that are rare spawns. I mean, it appeals to the casual player tremendously. So that's what they're aiming for, and they're still making money doing it. Yeah.
Far less than they were. And if you look at Call of Duty, Battle Pass, microtransactions, you look at King, right? Where Blizzard is bleeding money, right? It costs more to have Blizzard than they're making money. They're underwater on Blizzard, where they're profiting on the Activision and King side of the house because of an efficiency of product launch. It doesn't cost a lot of money relative to what it does to Blizzard to put out a new product. And for the products they put out, they're based on whales, not based on broad audience. So they hook a broad audience early, right? And then that dwindles over time as the people who are willing to pay become really good in that game, or become well invested. And then there's the gambler's fallacy of I don't want to cut my losses. I've invested $600 in skins. I'm not going to go to some competitive game because I've put all my money here. And
That can't be a lot of those people.
There's not a lot, but the model works out that if you have enough, it's fine. You don't need a lot.
Well, I mean, if we were to make that argument, I mean, how much? Here comes a dark question. how much have we all on this channel given to World of Warcraft for subscriptions?
Too much.
That's right, goddamn, way too much. I imagine, especially being married to fucking Bacchus, who a new hat came out. Let me have $5 to go fucking buy it, or a new mount.
So there was a point in time though when the $15 a month whatever felt justified because
Right.
they were putting content into the game, and not just content but quality content, and content on a fairly decent schedule. It's never been rapid fire by any stretch of the word, but it was quality for quite a few years, and then it just started to dwindle and dwindle and dwindle, and then Activision, that merger happened and it started dwindling faster. And to Matt's point, at this point they are not the profitable part of the company anymore. They're just kind of floating there. They're not putting anything out right now. Shadowlands is, it's Shadowlands.
They just released new info on the next patch coming out, like all these gear sets and shit,
which look like trash.
I'll say
With the exception of the one you can buy for money on the store.
It will not get another great RPG out of Blizzard.
Not
Never again.
if the people who were formerly Blizzard decide to make something, we may get something similar
From their own company.
from their own company, but not out of Blizzard Entertainment.
No, the next
You think
Blizzard.
they're just gonna die.
I don't think they're gonna die. They're just gonna become something else, right?
It'll be
the next Blizzard MMO is just gonna be some action RPG microtransaction thing.
Something's gonna happen. They've
might
been
be WoW,
way
too,
too involved in social shit lately for it just to be status quo. Huge change has to come. I don't know if
Talking
it'll be
about
next year or a few
status quo.
years.
Look at Shadowlands. Everything about Shadowlands is status quo.
They just came out because all the heavy left leaning. I don't know how to word it. The chicks turning into fruit in the fucking paintings and shit like that. With all that shit going down, all eyes on Blizzard. There has to be a mega change coming.
They literally just backed their boy.
I don't think they feel that pressure.
No.
I mean, we looked at the earnings report for this shit. Call of Duty makes like 10 times what World of Warcraft subscriptions make. You don't think they're gonna do anything with that?
No, that's the exact point.
Yeah,
is that they could dump 5 times the amount of resources into WoW, and they look at that and say, at best, we're gonna double what WoW's doing currently. That's a shit investment.
So I don't give a fuck because it's never gonna equate to anything.
Exactly. They're not. It's not gonna ever end up profitable for them to make that level of investment.
But Moose has the tattoos and everything, and there's so many more
that
Mooses
doesn't
out
have
there.
anything. That doesn't have anything to do with the game itself. I love the.
Well, it doesn't take away from the era that existed.
Right. It doesn't take anything away from why I got it, and the stories that, were there when I did or when I decided to. Right. Like I still love Star Wars. Not a big fan of the newest movies. Still love Star Wars. Same thing with WoW and with Warcraft. Still love it. It's in a shit place right now, and probably will be for the rest of eternity. But I still appreciate the times that it gave me, leading up to now.
Rev says, how many mini games grinds does WoW Shadowlands have now? Anyhow, Covenant Rep, Torghast thing, Maul, what else? I mean, yeah, you're kind of that was the casual appeal I was talking about earlier.
I don't think that's casual at all.
What, really?
You have to keep up with 6 different systems and put in hours every day.
If you want the end gear from it, yes, you have to do it every
if you
time
wanted
you
to
can, or it's
participate in the game, you were required to put in that time. If you wanted to participate at a meaningful level.
But it never amounted to really anything.
It wasn't
you got your
difficult,
legendaries, I guess, but
yeah, it's not that it's difficult, it's that it's time consuming.
Yeah.
And there's nothing casual about that.
It's how can I keep the highest amount of players logging in on a daily basis and
That's a good
keeping their
discussion.
subscriptions active.
That's actually a really good discussion because our definitions are God, I've drank too much. Our definitions of casual might be different in this regard. Casual to me is a system in place to where even if it's every single day, I can log in, put in a decent, maybe a little under decent amount of effort, and get the results. That's casual to me. But casual could also be being able to just do things easily with not a lot of time. I understand that. More like what you're saying with having to do it every day or keep up with it every week and whatnot. That's only casual to me because there's no skill cap there. I don't have to. I'm not going to fail. Essentially, is what it comes to. And if there's no chance of me failing without time, then there's no that's casual as fuck to me.
Casual or not casual to me is how much time is needed to be invested, right? It doesn't
With
really
no skill
have
cap
much.
at all?
It doesn't really have much to do with me in terms of, for me at least, in terms of difficulty. It's what's the amount of time required for me to participate in this in a meaningful way. So like with Matt, who's somebody with 2 kids and a family, all this stuff going on, and he's got an hour to spend in the game every 2.5, 3 days, if that. What kind of meaningful progress is he going to be able to make doing that? None.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like I
don't know,
can't casually play the game and keep up.
Right.
So it might take longer, but if you did the same easy task every other day as opposed to every day,
But longer in a social game when there's roadblocks that separate the content that players are doing.
Yeah, like reputation.
Right? Reputation, whatever you need to do to earn gear from a certain vendor, whatever that is, right? If somebody can put in more time and progress further versus me, then that's a difference of casualness.
Goblin said it best, bro. Time is money, friend.
Time is money, friend. Like I can't casually play WoW and keep up, and that's okay. Like I'm not saying that it should be that way, but I'm saying having 6 different systems to keep up with daily or risk being left behind is not a casual set of mechanics.
okay, y'all are I hearing this. Actually, I think y'all are probably right on this. This is to keep up with a system like whatever WoW has or whatever Final Fantasy has, to be able to keep going and get the gear you need before it becomes time gated, like you were saying, Red, and then it becomes irrelevant. Is you can easily make the argument that that's not casual. So
I would say it's more casual if I could just jump into a dungeon and earn my gear.
Yeah. So help me separate these then. So if I was saying that, so we're saying right now, like, if I kept up with all the systems actively, let's say World of Warcraft, for example, I kept up with my Torghast, I got my Dust, I get my legendaries, I'm doing it every opportunity I have. That's not casual, correct?
Correct. Yeah, the Torghast is a great example of that, where you had to every week log in or you were going to be left behind on your gear.
Okay, so would you call that, and I would not, but would you call that hardcore?
No.
No.
There's a marked difference between what would be considered casual gameplay and then when you get into like mythic level rating or speed running mythic dungeons and things like that just require, because to do those successfully you have to put in so much work on the front end as well. So not only do you have to do all of those fucking dailies every single day, but you also need to spend hours farming mats for potions or whatever, right? And then
go Shadowlands.
I'm just using that as an example, right? What are you getting at?
Well, to clear content and whatnot, if we're talking about just winning, you don't need flask or potions or any of that shit. You
I don't consider that hardcore rating then.
I would Man, it's tough to say, but I'm not a mythic raider. I don't know. I can't make that argument. Maybe they do need potions and whatnot, but I feel like that's only just to prove that you're the best, like WoW logs or Warcraft logs and whatnot, right?
I mean, it's been a long ass time since I've mythic rated, but back when I did, it was, yeah. I mean, that stuff was necessary. Like you either bought it,
chance.
yeah, you either bought all, yeah. You're not getting into a mythic group unless you have literally every, like Matt said, all your enchants,
gems
flasks
with the
up,
max gems.
And if you don't have the time to farm the mats for it, then you need to buy that off the auction house, which means then you got to either spend time farming gold or fucking buy it with real money.
So for me, if I can hop into a raid and go do the raid and, without being maxed out on all my shit, I can reliably play that content. That's casual to me.
Okay.
If I need to go and run reputations to unlock content gates to have access to that raid, that is not casual to me. If I need flask food enchant gems to run that raid reasonably, that's hardcore.
Okay, I'm actually curious about what tiers we could label that as, because we just talk casual and hardcore, but there's a ton of middle ground there.
Yeah,
too,
there
right?
is.
Like Rev
Yeah,
was just
100%.
saying.
Yeah.
So
I would say most of what
curious
we
how we label
did
that.
when we played was that middle ground. Probably, especially in like Wrath of the Lich King, like the first three, Vanilla, BC, and Wrath. I would say we leaned more toward the hardcore side of that. But I still think we still fell in the middle ground. They're just higher on that scale.
Yeah, try hard maybe.
Yeah. Sweaties.
Try hard. I'll use that insult when I'm pissed off that someone else is doing better than me. Look at this fucking try hard,
This
fucking killed me,
fucking
piece of shit.
Sweaty.
Yeah.
And we all, I feel like we've all done that at some point, haven't we?
Yeah,
League
100%.
Legends
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck it is.
100%.
This guy's sweaty as fuck. Fuck him. He's like insulting him because he's put time in the game.
Yeah.
Side note, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Well,
okay.
so
I think
we've been going for almost 2.5 hours. So
Okay.
and we've kind of covered all the main points and then some of what we were going to talk about. Rev said, "Love how when y'all started having a difference of opinion on what something was called or defined as, instead of arguing, y'all started defining what you meant instead. Super cool. Thanks, man. That's what we try to do. We try to, if we disagree,
Wholesome.
we try
Thank
to
you,
do
Rev.
it respectfully. Because that's what friends do. Friends do. But
Absolutely.
fuck both of you. You're wrong."
I think the most disagreement we had tonight was on Alexa listening in.
the thing you said was stupid. Is the short of it.
So we're gonna go ahead and call it here for tonight, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. As the Nightbot has said, we are on social media, on Twitter @CloakStagger. Make sure you follow us there. Keep up with our shenanigans. We will be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. For our live D&D session, and it's gonna be a doozy.
Big one.
Oh boy,
you sample apples?
I am
The
very excited. I'm very, very excited for tomorrow's session. Probably more so than any other session so far in this campaign, which we've been doing for like a year. So if you're into it, or if you're not, maybe come check it out. Right? It's fun. As we've said before, if you want to support the channel, you can do it for free with Twitch Prime, or for $5, and it allows us to keep doing what we're doing here. Everything we receive goes right back into the channel. So, either y'all got anything to say before we go?
Good.
Look forward to our next
Everybody-
Friday.
Huh?
Endwalker next Friday.
In Walker next Friday.
Thursday.
But next
We're gonna be back
Thursday
on
we will be
Thursday.
doing this, which I believe we're actually going to start doing this on Thursdays anyway instead of Fridays.
These are so much fun. I fucking love doing
I
these.
appreciate everybody who was in the chat. It was an awesome discussion. We had a lot of awesome input. So just really, really appreciate that. Hope you guys can come back on Thursday because I loved it.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
Any topics y'all bring up, we will discuss. Go ahead and type whatever you want. You saw we talk about dick pills for Richard earlier. It doesn't matter.
If you think
talk
of something
about it.
during the week, you can tweet us at
Yep.
Cloak Stagger. Let us know, and we'll.
Is
I
God
mean,
real?
is God real? Let's throw it on there.
I'll put
talk
it.
about
I'll
it.
put
Jesus
it.
Christ,
I'll,
that's a deep
I'll
one.
put it
talk
on the.
about it.
I'll
Shit.
put it on the list.
But yeah, it was awesome. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving.
Sama's never coming back.
And
Bye.
you guys have a wonderful weekend.
Jeez.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.